You're looking at the Stomping Grounds at South Aiken High School, where tonight South Aiken plays host to Spring Valley High School in the Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW. Hi everybody, I'm Ed Gerardo along with Coach Ken Brace and the Aiken Standard Sports Editor Eric Russell. We're here in the pregame to talk a little bit about this game plus the other games going on around the area. And tonight we're here in Spring Valley, South Aiken. Last time we were here, ran into some problems with Midland Valley. They didn't have Bowen Smith, though, and he'll be here tonight. Yeah, and Bowen Smith has had 2 great games since he's come back from that concussion. He's thrown 4 touchdown passes in the last 2 weeks, racked up a lot of yardage. I think they better check the lights on the scoreboard tonight because we might have a high-scoring ball game. Last year, these 2 teams put up 91 points between them, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of points again tonight. Yeah, South Aiken plays with a little revenge in mind. They went up there and got beat by Spring Valley. And what does Spring Valley bring to the table?
Spring Valley, they come in with a triple option style offense. They like to run the ball, and they have several backs in the backfield that can get it done. So as Ken said, it's a good chance to see a lot of points put up there. And South Aiken will get a chance to see if they've figured out anything in the run game since they ran into Aiken earlier here at South Aiken, and they didn't have a good time stopping them. So they'll see if they can get some redemption from that as well. Well, they certainly have the music blasting you here tonight. The rain didn't hurt that. Rain didn't seem to hurt the field either. Walked out on the field earlier, and it's dry as it can be. I think we're in for a really good game tonight. Want you to stick around, hear from our sponsors, and we'll come back and talk about some of the other games going on in the area on the Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week on WRDW My 12 and ASTV.
We give very good deals. We don't have the overhead and the dock fees and all the junk that all the newer, fancier dealers do. So people like that hometown atmosphere, and it works for us. And so we continue to do what works for us. And so we just like to keep it plain and simple. If you come see us, you'll be glad you did.
Weekends are for resting, relaxing, and recharging your batteries. A good weekend can also give you the time to catch up on business you couldn't get to during the week. For Security Federal Bank customers, that means banking business. What does 7-day banking mean to your banker? More importantly, what does it mean to you? At Security Federal Bank, being open 7 days a week means just that. That's why our Southside branch on Whiskey Road in front of Target is open for business every day, even Saturday and Sunday. We're proud to be the only bank to be open 7 days a week in Aiken County.
Since 1970, Bragg Heating Company has been keeping Aiken and the surrounding communities comfortable. Our factory-trained staff can keep you on top of the latest in heating and cooling technology, and our complete metal shop allows us to make any specialty piece your home may need. We recommend the best systems for your home: Trane, Carrier, Mitsubishi Ductless, and Bosch geothermal systems. We accept most major credit cards and offer financing, so when you need your system maintained, repaired, or replaced, call Bragg Heating Company. We're here to make you comfortable.
Did you know in the United States someone dies in a drunk driving accident every 52 minutes? I know the statistics all too well. We represent the innocent victims of alcohol-related crashes. We see firsthand the devastation that alcohol can cause for victims and their families. Too often it leads to serious injuries or worse. On behalf of the Chandler Law Firm, a law firm representing injured people, we urge you, please don't drink and drive.
Welcome back. It's the pregame show, Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week. We are at South Aiken High School. They're hosting Spring Valley. Before we get back to that game, let's take a look at some of the other games that are going on in the area. Big game tonight. It is North Augusta's home opener, which is kind of unusual this late in the season, but they've got a new synthetic turf. Probably will have about 10,000 people there because Strom Thurmond will bring everybody and their brother to that. And 2 undefeated teams. It should be a great game.
Yeah, and I think they've been ranked number 1 and 2 in our power standard for the whole season. Both teams outstanding, undefeated, great traditions, but something's got to give tonight, okay? And one of the things that I noted is that Strom Thurmond's been averaging about 46 points a game, all right, coming into this one tonight.
I don't think they're going to get 46 tonight. But on the other hand, North Augusta has not scored that many, but they've only been giving up about 15 points a game. So you got a great offensive team, a very strong defensive team. Should be quite a struggle out there.
Yeah, and with two evenly matched teams like this, not only are they both in power rankings as 1 and 2, they're both ranked in the state media poll in the top 10. And going into this game, you could start to look for different things to make the difference. And as you said earlier, it's going to be crowded there and loud, and North Augusta is ready for this home opener on their brand new turf, so they'll be looking to get fired up with that, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of role that plays in the game.
Yeah, we saw Strom Thurmond the first game of the season against Aiken High, and quite frankly, weren't very impressed with them, but they seem to have gotten better and better. North Augusta, on the other hand, we saw them the second week against Midland Valley, and they were lights out.
They were, and you know, both teams are loaded with talented players, but the two, if I were there tonight, I'd be focused on, for a change, not the quarterbacks, but DeAndre Ryan, okay, and Rashad Bird are both, I mean, they're like carbon copies of each other. They both play offense, defense, special teams. They're two of the most exciting players, not only in our county, but in the state.
They punt, they return punts.
They do everything, okay? And the way I like to put it, I think those two players are the heart of their team, okay? There's other players that how are you going to get by without your quarterback? Nice has done a nice job, you know, and Washington doing great. But these two guys, I think, are the heart that pumps the energy into these two teams.
I would agree with you, and I'm sure a lot of coaches in the area would agree with you. South Aiken got to see it last week. DeAndre Ryan returned an interception for a touchdown on them, which proved to be a big point in the game late that turned the game around. And he'll be looking to make some of those type of plays again this week. Strom Thurmond has several other guys on their defense as well that can make big plays. So North Augusta struggled a little bit last week in the passing game, so we'll be able to see if they can come back from that and bounce back against a tough Strom Thurmond defense.
It'll also be interesting to see if they trip over the turf. That it does some like carpet.
They're not going to trip over that turf.
Burns and that stuff.
You're talking about the old turf. This new stuff is fantastic. Okay, they'll love it.
Well, we've seen it in Rock Hill and different places,
Sure.
so it'll be great. All right, now Saluta's at Midland Valley. Midland Valley a little bit different this week than the Midland Valley last week and up to this point. And
Midland Valley, unfortunately, 1-3 so far starting the season, a little bit down from what we thought they might be. They look very good early in the season, but I think tonight it's DJ Boyd that we've got to take a look at. He's got to step in for arguably the most exciting quarterback in the area in Daniel Carr, who will be out. And I think, unfortunately, a lot of the possibility for the Mustangs to do well is resting on a new quarterback's shoulders. That's going to be a tough challenge against an undefeated team coming in here.
And not only do you look at it from the quarterback side, but when he's called on the throw, he's lost a couple of receivers because he was actually a receiver that Daniel would look for out there. So now they're relying on some of the other guys to step up. You'll probably see Lee Park get in there, receiver some, Jaquan McCorkle, and those guys. So it's a tough task for them against an undefeated Saluda team.
Yeah.
And when I spoke to Knight earlier, he said that the schedule is going to have to pay off at some point. They've played several undefeated teams. They have more undefeated teams on the schedule. So he's expecting the guys to kind of respond to that and show what they've learned in those tough games. So now's
they have had a tough schedule. And
I'll tell you what, I hear that from a lot of coaches, and that's, if it happens that way, it'll be terrific. But that's very, very hard. Once you've taken your lumps a few times in a row, it's hard to bounce back. He's got quality kids over there, Mike Bayon, and a few others, of course, that are going to be fighting their hearts out. But tough chore. Tough chore tonight.
All right, Aiken's at Barnwell. The Fighting Green Hornets go up to take on the War Horses. They're trying to bounce back after a tough loss to North Augusta last week.
Yeah, and this is an interesting game for me also. Last year, Aiken beat Barnwell in overtime. 16-10, I believe, was the final score. I think Aiken is a coming football team. They've got good quality special teams players. They got good quality offensive players. The key the last time we saw them, and the thing that I was pleasantly surprised about, was how much their offensive line had improved. And if they can play like the good offensive line that we've seen and not the one we saw in the first game, I think they will defeat Barnwell tonight. I think they've got more talent than Barnwell this year.
Yeah, and Coach Garrick, he's trying to get it settled, get things going in Barnwell. It's a tough task, and Aiken, we think they're pretty decent, don't we?
Yeah, they are pretty good, and if their defense stands up like it has been in recent weeks, it could be a long day for Barnwell. They like to run ball with Michael Lee and some stuff like that, but as we've seen before, when teams come in and have stopped their offense, they haven't been able to get anything going. Like Williston was able to shut them out, and Aiken has a defense that could turn around and do that to them again. So it's going to be an uphill battle.
Well, okay, now Swansea's at Silver Bluff. The Tigers used to be a really, really tough out when they'd come over from Swansea. Silver Bluff is bouncing back really well from last year.
Yeah, they are. They've come on a tremendous amount since last year. Devontae Hill, I think, is the key to their offense. Okay, the one thing I still am waiting to see is Silver Bluff do a little better job on defense. Their offense, I think, is coming. Of course, Al Lown has run that offense for 350 years or something like that, so he knows what he's doing there. But I expect their defense to keep improving. It was a very close ball game between these two teams last year. I think it was 19-21. Okay, I really think Silver Bluff's going to take this one tonight. I think they'll beat Swansea.
Yeah, and Silver Bluff's defense is going to get a chance to show you something because Swansea has the leading rusher in the Midlands area, and Chance Walker, their quarterback, and they're looking to slow him down some. And they also have a strong defensive line that they're going to have to contend with out there. So it'll be good to see if Devontae Hill can get going against that defensive front.
Right. All right, now Ridge Spring, they didn't like the forecast and said, let's play this tomorrow. And that's fine. So Ridge Spring, maybe it was Whitmire that decided let's play it tomorrow, but they're going to Whitmire.
Yeah, so I think it probably was Whitmire that made that decision.
Probably so.
Okay,
maybe it's raining harder over at Whitmire.
I think Ridge Spring's ready to play. I really do. Now they're playing against a team that has a better record than they do coming in. I don't know whether this is going to be an upset or not. You got a 2-2 team coming, but I think Ridge Spring's going to win this football game. And if Whitmire's favored, I suppose, then this is my upset pick of the week this week. I think Ridge Spring, their running game is going to take care of this ball game. I know Preston can throw the ball, but they've got two runners now that are doing quite a job. We thought Hopkins would do it. Now he's got company. I think Ridge Spring will pull off this upset.
Yeah. I agree with you there that Ridge Spring has a good chance to win this game. I guess it would be an upset. Whitmire is ranked in the top 10 poll. They may have not faced as tough of teams as
a weak schedule so far. Let's be gentle. Their schedule so far has been pretty soft.
Yeah. It's not Midland Valley, in other words. All right, now Fox Creek's in a bounce-back game. They're playing Southside Christian. We were impressed with Fox Creek last week. They looked like Williston was going to run them back to Fox Creek, back across the county line. But they got tough and got back in the game. And I was impressed with him.
I was impressed with him, too, especially offensively again. And Dalton Swires, I said it last week when we were doing the ball game, he's a football player. And that's the highest compliment a coach can give to a player that's out there. He's a football player. And their quarterback has been outstanding. Their offense is rolling. They beat Southside Christian last year. I think they're going to do it again.
I think there's a good chance at that as well. It could be a very high-scoring game, however. Southside Christian, they can do some things offensively as well, as I was able to see last year late in the season. So look for a lot of points, especially if the offense is rolling like it did last week against Williston Elko.
And the surprising thing for me, Whitmire's only given up 14 points. I mean, Southside Christian's only given up 14 points so far, I think, or something like that. They haven't given up very many. All right, but it'll be a tough ball game, but I think Fox Creek will do fine.
All right, so Wagner Sally got a chance to get back on the winning track. They're at Great Falls.
And this is they've got to beat Great Falls. Let me just put it to you that way. And I think it's going to be similar to the first ball game they had where they were able to pull out a win. They scored a lot of points in that first game. They've gained a lot of yardage, haven't been able to win another one since that first game. But I think the Wagner Sally's going to beat them tonight. And the other team coming in has an 0-4 record, and I think it's probably going to be one of their chances to win.
Yeah, Wagner Sally is in this stage where their offense has been performing well in recent weeks. As Coach Fox was telling me on the phone earlier this week, he said it was the most bizarre game last week when they played Whitmire. They had over 300 yards rushing, and they just couldn't punch it in once they got down to about the 10-yard line. Penalties and some other things affected that, but he's looking for that to be corrected this week, and hopefully they can get those rushing yards going with the points as well.
Okay, and finally, Blackville, Hilda, is at Bamberg Earhart. That will be a tough one for Blackville.
Yeah, this is the one I think Blackville's got to be a huge underdog in this thing. You're coming against an undefeated team. Blackville has played good competition. They've been feisty, but I don't think they have enough firepower to beat Bamberg tonight. Bamberg has just been rolling 183 points so far, scored for Bamberg. They've only given up 26. It's going to be tough tonight.
And unlike some of the other teams we have been talking about, Bamberg's actually played some tough teams. They actually have a win over Williston that was impressive. So it could be a long night for Blackville Hilda.
All right, those are the games in the area. The sun is set here at the Stomping Grounds, so we're not far from the kickoff with South Aiken and Spring Valley. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about that game when we return on the Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW My 12. Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, founded in 1963, family-owned and operated for 50 years and dedicated to customer service with safety of your family, our top priority. Tyler's Tire is a full-service tire retail, tire repair, and automotive repair facility with ASC certified mechanics. Located in 2 locations, 1019 Richland Avenue West and 1518 Whiskey Road. Let our family take care of yours. Tyler's Tire and Auto Center.
You've heard of 6 degrees of separation? In Aiken, it's more like 1 or 2. It's a rare day that I don't go to a grocery store and see a former patient, their mother or father, or son or daughter. That's the nature of practicing medicine in a relatively small town, especially emergency medicine. But that's exactly what got me into practicing medicine in the first place, making that personal connection and helping people I know.
People you know, healthcare you trust. Aiken Regional Medical Centers.
Late for work or school again? Autotech can get your car or truck running smoothly in no time. Whether late model or classic, domestic or import, Autotech can get the hums and hisses out of your vehicle. Their state-of-the-art computer diagnostics can identify your problem and get you on your way. Bring your automobile today to 460 Silver Bluff Road across from Hitchcock Plaza. Autotech, mechanics you can trust with your family's safety.
You can smile.
I love to smile.
I was so pleased that I could get all of my dentistry work done in just one visit.
You can smile.
Painless. That's how I would describe it.
Here at the Center for Dentistry, it has been a wonderful experience. With the comprehensive nature of this one office, I can bring my family here and we can have it all done at one place.
You can smile.
Center for Dentistry, 1391 Silver Bluff Road, Aiken.
Calling all college football fans, Unique Expressions has everything you need for game day, including collegiate apparel, accessories, tailgating items, even Yeti coolers. Shop a variety of South Carolina, Clemson, and Georgia gear. We have something for every fan. And that's not all. Unique Expressions offers on-site embroidery, vinyl lettering, and an array of personalized gifts. Find the perfect gift for any occasion and shop brands like Spartina, Vera Bradley, Lidley Pulitzer, Jack Rogers, Simply Southern, Tyler Candle Company, and so much more. Stop in today. Unique Expressions, 1521 Whiskey Road in Mitchell Shopping Center in Aiken, South Carolina.
Welcome back, Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week pregame show. Tonight we are at South Aiken High School, where South Aiken will be taking on Spring Valley right here at the Stomping Grounds, and we're happy to be here to bring it to you. Talking about this game a little bit, we were here for the Midland Valley game earlier in the season, and the thing I came away from that was Nancy Richardson has a chance to just be an outstanding running back. He's probably as good as anybody I think we've seen.
And you know, the funny thing after you say that, okay, they're going to put him at wingback and wide receiver a little bit tonight because they've got another running back in Roberts who they really like. But if either one of those two breaks free into the secondary, I think it's going to be a track meet, and I think South Aiken will win that track meet, okay, in that case.
Yeah, it could get up there if Tansy can get into open space. The funny thing is, Coach Bacon from Spring Valley joked with me earlier in the week that he was hoping for rain to kind of slow him down a little bit. But South Aiken has to contend with Spring Valley's backs as well. They have Fulton and Kadarius Bunch who can get tons of yards on them. So they both have a running game, so it will be interesting to see which defense can actually stand up to the task and come out on top.
Yeah, and so far neither of the defenses have been particularly good. I mean, we've talked about South Aiken offensively. They're scoring 37 points a game, which is great. they're giving up 39 points a game, which is not so good. So they've got to do a better job defensively. One of the interesting things for me also, I think it's going to be an exciting game because Bowen Smith can throw the football. Okay, he was leading passer in our area last year. They run the ball better. It's kind of interesting to me to see at the beginning of the season, they were talking about, they wanted to run it. Now they're throwing the ball a little bit.
All right, let's take a break and go down to the field for tonight's national anthem performed by the South Aiken High School Marching Band. South Aiken High School Marching Band, and while they were playing that, Eric was beamed up to the Starship ASTV. So it's just the two of us now.
That's okay. We'll catch him. We'll catch him on the sideline report.
Well, again, what we were talking about, I don't care if you put Tansy Richardson in the slot. He's going to get the ball one way, shape, form, fashion, or another.
I think we may see him in some sort of jet sweep action tonight. We're going to see him in the passing game. He's a nice target for Bowen Smith. But like I say, I find it curious. They said at the beginning, when we saw him in the jamboree and everything, we're going to run the football, run the football, run the football. Now that Bowen is back and they are balanced, I think they're very, very dangerous offensively.
And looking at the setup for tonight's game from Spring Valley, looks like a wing tee to me.
Yeah, it is. Okay, it's a spread tee, a form of their wing tee. They've got the two wing backs. They've got the two wide outs, tailback and a quarterback. And certainly we're going to see all three of those running backs catch the ball and also get the handoffs from the quarterback. They're going to touch the football a lot tonight.
Yeah, and you bring up the defense. The defense, the last game we were here, Spring Valley just had their way and ran up and down the field. You think they're going to make adjustments there and come up with something different?
Oh, I think they have to, okay? And I was surprised. Neither one of these teams is particularly big on defense, but they're quick, and they have to use that quickness, and they got to use their aggressiveness to try to slow down the other team. Both of them should be decent in pass coverage. I mean, they throw the ball a little bit, but it's going to be who can run the ball most effectively, I think, that will turn the ball game tonight.
South Aiken does tend to do well rushing the passer.
Yeah.
They seem to be out of control sometimes, but Sojourn Gartrell is one of those who seems to always be around the ball in the backfield.
Yeah, I think both these teams have some aggressive people on defense. They've got to be aggressive because, like I say, they're not all that big. Another thing that's kind of interesting about this game tonight, Spring Valley made the national news last week when they ran a trick play, and both of these teams have done that in the past. South Aiken has run some funny things, and Spring Valley does the same thing, but they made the national news with their hook and lateral, or hitch and pitch, or hook and ladder, whatever you call it, depending on what you call that play. But it's the most fantastic example of that I think I've ever seen. That kid had to jump about 5 feet to catch the football, and as he was being tackled, he flipped it to the other running back, and Fulton took it in from 40 yards for a touchdown. So we may see some excitement tonight.
I wouldn't doubt that at all. All right, well, the teams are getting ready to come on out on the field, and we're not far from the coin toss and the kickoff. We'll take another break, and we'll come back for the kickoff here on the Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week on WRDW, My 12, and ASTV.
At Specs Vision Center, we are focused on total eye care. Be it our large selection of designer frames, latest in contact lenses, or our great sunglass collection, we have just what you are looking for. Our doctors offer years of experience and use the latest technology to ensure a comprehensive eye examination. Late afternoon and Saturday appointments are available, so if you want the best in eye care, call Specs today at 642-9902. Choosing a physician you can trust with your family's health is an important decision. University Medical Associates has been dedicated to your health care for over 20 years, and Dr. Humans and his staff are ready to provide the quality care you and your family deserve. With short wait times, walk-ins and same-day appointments, an in-house lab by Quest Diagnostics, and 24-hour turnaround on sports physicals, it's no wonder Dr. Humans was selected Best Family Doctor in Aiken's Choice 2015. Come see us today, 934 Doherty Road in Aiken.
You finally found your dream home, but it needs a few tweaks. New windows, vinyl siding, maybe a sunroom. Who do you call to do the job right? Since 1963, Bates & Sons has been proud to offer quality products for your home, installed with unsurpassed workmanship. Check out our latest jobs on Facebook, and you could win one of our monthly giveaways. Visit our showroom on Vaucluse Road or call 803-648-3581.
Half lemonade, half ice cream. Frosted lemonade, starting at 240 calories.
Friday Night Lights! Game of the week. Friday Night Lights! Quarterback sneak. Friday Night Lights! Here's the call. Friday Night Lights. It's all about football. The grass is cut fresh, lines are out. The stands packed tight and the cheerleaders shout. The marching band blast out fight songs to sing. Yellow jackets and green hornets, let me hear you scream. T-Breds and Mustangs, rebels run the zone. Blue devils and bulldogs, we must protect this home. Foxes and Trojans and eagles showing pride. All the lights are on and we cannot be denied that Friday is the night we all become freaks, rocking with the high school game of the week.
You're looking live at the Stomping Grounds on the campus of South Aiken High School, where tonight South Aiken plays host to Spring Valley. Spring Valley beat the Thoroughbreds last year, and South Aiken will try to return the favor here on their home field tonight as South Aiken looks for their second win of the season. Ed Gerardo, along with Coach Kim Brace, Eric Russell is on the sidelines. He's the Aiken Standard sports editor, and we are minutes away from getting started.
We are indeed. They just had the coin toss, and the captains for Spring Valley tonight, number 7, Kevin Owens. Okay, he's a senior defensive back. Okay, and also plays some quarterback. Number 52 is Devin Smalls, offensive and defensive lineman. Number 74, Miles Jeter, all right, offensive and defensive lineman. And number 85, CJ Golson. Okay, for the South Aiken team, we've got number 8, Sojourn Gartrell, a defensive end. Starting at the defensive end, he's one of the captains. Number 18, quarterback Bowen Smith. Number 32, Frank Presley, the outside linebacker. And number 55, Nathan McLeod, who starts both ways, left guard and defensive end. And Spring Valley won the toss, and they deferred. All right, they'll actually kick off, and they will get the ball to start the second half.
Again, the last time we were here, we talked about this in the opening of the pregame show. Bowen Smith was injured, had a concussion, and didn't play that night. And from that perspective, it was a little bit disappointing not to get to see him. Cody Boynton got out there, did a nice job. He's a sophomore. But I'm excited about seeing Bowen play tonight and see how well he's come along.
Yeah, and obviously he has come along well. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns in each of the last 2 games, and you know, he's done quite well. We expect that he'll continue to do that tonight. We've got a couple of good special teams players, and we've got a couple of good wide receivers, and we got all kinds of talent out on the field this evening.
All right, well, the marching band playing a little Metallica. It's unusual that a marching band plays it that well. like so many others. It's kind of like being at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech comes out to this Enter Sandman song.
And they've got similar colors as Virginia Tech too, don't they?
They're sort of a mixture of Virginia Tech, South Aiken, and others in terms of their colors. They'll be wearing their garnet jerseys tonight with gold numbers and black pants, and that's a look that I don't really remember seeing them play.
And this is an important game again for South Aiken. We've said this in the last couple of years, but here's a chance for them to prove that they can be competitive this year against teams in their same divisions. Okay, they got to start their region play next week, but this should be a good test for them tonight against Spring Valley.
And this is an interesting entrance as they are walking out. Don't know that I've seen anybody quite do it that way. Obviously a scripted entrance. Well, if it makes them play better, then great.
And you know what? You never know what's going to inspire the kids to play better, but you can come up with something, and other people might not understand it, but if it works for your kids, you got to use it.
It worked in the Remember the Titans movie.
That's exactly right. They had a lot of things going there, didn't they?
All right, as Coach pointed out, the Vikings won the toss, deferred to the second half. They will kick off and defend the south goal. South Aiken sends Tansy Richardson deep to receive along with Deshaun Kitchens. Now let's see if they kick to Richardson.
Back to receive the kickoff for the Thoroughbreds. Number 2, Tansy
a lot of teams try to keep it away from Richardson. He does have the speed to get away, but this is going to go way out of the end zone. They kicked away from him, all right. That went out of the back of the end zone. Automatic touchback if it goes in the end zone. In high school football, it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Thoroughbreds from their 20-yard line.
That'll be Chandler Law Firm, 1st and 10 at the 20.
And that kicker was R.J. Bacon, the head coach's son for Spring Valley. Okay, wide receiver. He was involved in that hook and ladder last week.
So Richardson comes and sets in the backfield. Now movement, and that'll be 5 yards against the Thoroughbreds.
Penalty marker on the play.
And that's not exactly the way you draw it up.
Offsides on the defense.
Well, they called offsides on Spring Valley, so
sure.
That's not the way Spring Valley drew it up.
That's right. Coach for Spring Valley is Robin Bacon. And like I said, his son is playing a couple different important positions for his team.
And there's Richardson again. He started in the slot and came over and lined up in the backfield, which is, again, kind of what I expected to see. Is they'll put him in positions to get him the ball, whatever it takes. But as it is, he got no gain, 2nd down and 5.
And you're exactly right. They got to get him as many touches as they can. There's still a threat to run it with Roberts.
2nd and 5.
Smith looks to the sidelines, calls out the signal. There's a handoff to Roberts. Roberts tries to slip through. That time Richardson was in the slot. Picked up a couple of yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and short. Call it 2 yards, 3rd and 2.
One of the things that we've seen so far this year with South Aiken, they played pretty well for the first 3 quarters. They've had a little bit of a letdown in the 4th quarter where they gave up some touchdowns against Aiken, for instance, and last week.
They backed it up a little bit. It'll be 3rd down and 3. So only 3 yards. Smith going to roll to his left, looking to run now, just going to run it out of bounds. Had nobody downfield. Not sure whether that was a designed run anyway.
I'm not sure either, but they did not make it. He had to get to the 30.
He actually lost a yard. 4th down and 4.
And as we've seen many, many times, the punter dropping back there is Bowen Smith.
Right, I was going to say, the quarterback being the punter. We see that so much now around the area. Gets off a nice kick.
Very nice.
Fair catch. takes it in, falls at the 42-yard line. Spring Valley's first possession coming up at the 42. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10.
And that was Cameron Jones on the reception. He did a nice job. Not the easiest thing in the world to catch a football when you got 3 or 4 guys coming down ready to smack you.
He had to short arm it a little bit too.
Yeah.
And that's dangerous, but he did a good job bringing it in. First time we get to see Ryan Lee, the quarterback for Spring Valley. He's got multiple running backs. Going to run the option, flips it out, gets outside. That's number 6, Terrell Jackson with the ball. He gets good yardage. Picked up 12 yards. No, give him 16.
And you know, this formation that they run is similar to what Georgia Tech does. Okay, Paul Johnson though usually likes to establish that dive play first. They came right out and ran the option on the very first play. Nice start.
Give him 14 yards on the carry. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10. Wing T formation. On the dive.
There it is.
And South Aiken was ready for that. Stopped him dead in his tracks. No gain. 2nd and 10 coming up.
South Aiken may have watched the Notre Dame-Georgia Tech game. Georgia Tech tried to run that against Notre Dame. Didn't do too well last week, did they?
No, it didn't. Bunch. Kadarius Bunch on the carry.
Kadarius Bunch on the carry. Stopped on the play by number 99, Jamonte Martin.
Martin, the big nose guard, making the tackle for South Aiken. Once again, they come with the dive. Dive gets in over the 30 down to the 25-yard line. And that's a big pickup and another Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10.
Kadarius Bunch, the carrier that time, and they picked up big yardage.
Stopped at the previous play. That's pretty much the same play. He got him 19 this time.
Oh, yeah, that's a huge hole there. Outstanding blocking up front by Spring Valley.
Ball's at the 25-yard line. Now on the option, gets outside, and this is the quarterback. Lee gets outside, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown. Spring Valley's on the board very quickly. 9:23 left to go in the first quarter, and that didn't take long.
It did not take long, and that's a good omen for Spring Valley. They ran that very efficiently, and we have to hope that South Aiken comes up with an answer real quick for that kind of stuff.
25-yard run. Extra point coming up. It's up and it's good. And our score here in the first quarter, Spring Valley strikes first, 7-0 over South Aiken. We'll be back.
We've been selling vehicles in this building since '48. Everybody likes the old atmosphere. We have old pictures of Granddaddy and Daddy and the old license tags and a lot of memorabilia from over the years. So people feel at home when they come up here. But right here in this very building, we started and we're here now. You come see us, you'll be glad you did.
Vikings quarterback Ryan Lee goes 25 yards for the touchdown into the Tyler Tire end zone. And on the Security Federal scoreboard, they lead 7-0 over the Thoroughbreds of South Aiken. And the coach's son, who kicked it out of the back of the end zone just a minute ago, will try it again.
Tansy Richardson switched positions. He went to the other side for this kickoff.
Now this would be a little short.
Well, he's going to get it anyhow.
Richardson picked it up, and there he goes to his slot. Gets it
That's
in his
trouble.
feet. He's got a chance. He's at the 40. He's pulling away. 30, 20, 10-5 touchdown, Tansy Richardson. Maybe not the way you draw it up, but it'll work.
It worked perfectly. And once he got free, and we said this is the pregame show, if he gets into the secondary, or in this case, if he breaks the contain of the kickoff team, I don't think that Spring Valley is going to catch him. And they certainly did, and he was pulling away at the end. There was a unnecessary block at the end of that play, and I'm sure one of the coaches will take the player aside and say, hey, when he's 10 yards in front of everybody, don't touch anybody else. Don't block from behind him.
Boy, you've seen that happen over the years. Here's the extra point try. It's up. And no good. So South Aiken's kicking problems continue. But they get the touchdown back and cut the lead to 7-6. And it's 9-10. That took about 13 seconds. And again, let's go on to the replay and see what we've got in terms of watching that again. It was kicked over to the left. Kitchings actually was going to get it.
That's right.
Did you see that?
They switched sides, and they kicked it to the right. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Not quite as good a kick as he had the first time. Kitchens fumbles the ball. Dancy Richardson is right there. And nice blocking up front, and they almost had him right there, but he breaks a tackle, and that's the end of that race. I'll tell you that right now.
A block behind. Like you said, there was a block there at the end, but there was a good one right there in midfield.
Oh, yeah, the one that was around midfield at the 40, that's fine, but the one that was down around the 20, stay away from that. That would have been heartbreaking if he had clipped him and had to bring that back.
All right, number 49 is Marin Sanders. He's a sophomore kicker. Marin kicks it down. We're going to take a hop at the 15. When it bobbles it, it comes forward. Looks a little bit like what we just witnessed.
It could be a lot like what we just witnessed.
And it came back, had to cut back, still on his feet inside the 5. Down.
Very similar.
4-yard line.
What a run. Woo!
Well, the ball took a little hop at the 15 and had the same effect. Now there is a flag. It's downfield. I believe that it's still going to be in thoroughbred territory when all's said and done. Probably a push in the back when he did the cutback. Pushing the back, 10-yard walk-off.
Against the Vikings.
And they'll walk it back to about the 30-yard line, 31. That'll be a Chandler Law Firm. First and 10.
Still an outstanding run back.
And it was interesting. You had the bouncing ball for South Aiken. Richardson picks it up, takes it the distance. Had the bouncing ball on that one, too. And everybody sort of stops.
Yeah, you know, it does happen, doesn't it?
For a second.
Yep.
Quarterback keep on that particular play. There was a nice fake on the dive.
And the quarterback for Spring Valley, Ryan Lee.
Ryan Lee on the quarterback keeper, brought down on the
good size young man, 6'2", goes about 205, hard to bring down. And he's one of their leading rushers. I'm sure we'll see him a number of times tonight.
To bring up 2nd and 1.
Picked up 9 yards. Ball's at the 23-yard line. There's a dive. South Aiken stacks it up, but I believe he got a yard.
I think so.
Gets it down to the 20. That'll move the chains. Chandler Law Firm, first and 10 at the 20. Vikings in the Thoroughbreds traded touchdowns a few minutes ago, like a minute ago.
On the Thoroughbred 20-yard line.
And here's the Vikings of Spring Valley knocking on the door again in the red zone. Quarterback.
Nice defense.
On the keep, couldn't step out of it. Gets brought down.
By number 13.
See a flag.
There's a flag on the play.
And it's going to be a face mask call. Years ago, this type of offense was the one that you saw the most of. Now we see more spread offenses, of course, but it requires assignment football. You got to have somebody that's assigned to the fullback, the quarterback, the pitchback. Okay, and you don't get to practice against this as much as they used to because there's not as many teams running it. So it's a difficult task to get ready for this kind of team.
You saw the face mask there at the end. Unnecessary. As number 13, Tanner Batchelor, had him corralled. He was going down. So that hurts. That's half the distance to the goal. And I believe it puts the nose of the ball over the 10, so it'll bring up a first and goal at the 10.
Now they're moving the chains back.
Well, they're gonna say he doesn't have a first down. You're right. It's gonna be 1st and 1. I was gonna say my eyes are deceiving me here. It doesn't look like that ball's over the 10. It's not. It's this side of the 10. But after the walk-off, that puts him 1 yard away from a first down, so it's 1st and 1. Now they do move the chains.
I'm not quite sure what they did there.
All right, so it's 1st and 10.
Now we got 1st and 10.
Just outside the 10, so they can get a first down.
That must have been what they were checking.
There's the dive play. Bunch gets down to the 7-yard line.
Brought down on the play.
Picked up 3 yards.
Sojourn Buttrell and number 4, Colby Campbell.
That was a deceiving play also. It didn't look like he picked up anything, but he gained 3 or 4.
This is some big downs here. South Aiken can hold them to a field goal. That's more of a wishbone-looking offense there. Quarterback's going to keep, and he's going to go down just short of the 5-yard line.
Ryan Lee on the quarterback keeper. Brought down on the play by number 4, Colby Campbell.
That looks a little bit like Williston, doesn't it? Just the line up in the wishbone and power it.
Yeah. They actually gained 2 yards, got to the 5, so it's 3rd down at the 5. He can pick up a first down. It'll be inside the 1 if he does.
This could be a big stand for South Aiken.
Again, that wishbone look, 2 tight ends. Flip it back. Looks for a seam, fights hard, gets down to the goal line.
They might have fumbled.
And there goes a beanbag, so it is a fumble.
And I think they recovered it in the end zone.
Spring Valley recovered it when they unpiled them. Spring Valley was on top of it. It was in the end zone, and it goes as a touchdown.
Yeah, that's a tough break for South Aiken. They had them stopped, it looked like. Now, it might have been a first down, but fumbles into the end zone, and they were able to recover it. Pretty good effort by the South Aiken defense on that series.
Number 84, R.J. Baker. On the hold, number 7, Kevin Owens.
Kick is up, and it is good.
Kick is good.
So a 5-yard run turns into a touchdown. Not sure who gets credit for scoring the touchdown, but we'll check on that as we have a score of 14-6. Spring Valley in the lead. We'll be right back.
Weekends are for resting, relaxing, and recharging your batteries. A good weekend can also give you the time to catch up on business you couldn't get to during the week. For Security Federal Bank customers, that means banking business. What does 7-day banking mean to your banker? More importantly, what does it mean to you? At Security Federal Bank, being open 7 days a week means just that. That's why our Southside branch on Whiskey Road in front of Target is open for business every day, even Saturday and Sunday. We're proud to be the only bank to be open 7 days a week in Aiken County.
Spring Valley, after a kickoff return of their own to the, I think they were down to the 31-yard line when they started that drive. They take it the rest of 31 yards. They lead 14-6. Going to kick again. This time, Kitchens is going to field it, and he's got a chance. He's going to come over to the side behind Richardson and get out to the 25, 26-yard line. South Aiken will take over 1st and 10. They haven't had the ball in offense in quite some time.
Down on the play by number 7, Kevin
Let's take a look at that play in the specs. Did you see that replay, the touchdown and the fumble in the end zone?
First down for the Thoroughbreds from their 26-yard line.
Oh, it's number 67 got that. Yeah.
Got that recovery. All right, here's South Aiken.
Chancey Richardson
on the carry, gets over the 30.
On the play by number
gets to the 32.
Justin Haynes.
Good pickup. Picked up 6. 2nd down and 4.
And we'll give Brandon Johnson the offensive tackle for the Vikings. Number 67 recovered that fumble for the touchdown in the end zone.
There's Bowen on the keeper, and he slides down, and he may have come up short.
Bowen Smith on the quarterback keeper.
And I imagine they've told him, don't get hit. He's already been out with a concussion. And they're going to say he did get the first down, so good job by Bowen. Picks up the first down on his own. 4-yard gain. It's to the 36. Handoff, Richardson straight tailback position on that one. Comes out to the 42. Picks up 6. Second down and 4.
Kevin Owens, number 14.
Both offenses looking pretty good so far in this ball game.
And number 30, Paul Stokes. To bring up second and about 4.
Quickly out, nice pass, caught over on the far side. Going to be good enough for another Chandler Law Firm first and 10.
Number 7, Brandon Carter.
Brandon Carter on the reception.
And I believe that was our first pass of the ball game, wasn't it?
I believe so.
That's another.
I know Spring Valley hadn't thrown one.
First down. First and 10 for the Thoroughbreds from the 47-yard line.
Once again, Richardson. This time, short gain.
On the carry, brought down on the play by number 75.
They've got to get him early, Ed.
If he gets in the open field, he's tough to bring down. That little spin move he made on the kickoff, he is very, very good at that. He's in the backfield, pistol formation, with Richardson lined up directly behind. Now, Bowen Smith going to try to get away. Had to reverse field. Did a good job.
Bowen Smith on the carry, brought down on the play by
and he slid down. It's one of those things. He's sliding down, and Spring Valley falls on him.
I think he was asking the ref for a little penalty on that. Did not get it. And there's not much you can do when you're coming full speed and the guy slides right in front of you.
You just never know. You still got to tackle the guy. Can't assume that he's going to slide. So he lost a yard. Third down and 10. Now going to step up. He's going to run. He's got some room in front of him. And he's
That's a nice move.
The first down. He definitely had to come back inside and then outside to get the first down, and he did it. Got down to the 42-yard line of Spring Valley, and that'll move the chains.
Nice run by Bowen Smith.
Thoroughbred first down.
And he put them in a bind. He's got 4 receivers going out. Nobody open. There's some running room. And when you can make somebody miss, there's a lot of running room.
Here's a quick out to Richardson. Richardson puts a move and gets outside. Now he's hit out of bounds, and here comes the flag. That'll be 15 more.
Tackle on the play by number 16.
And I think that's one of the tougher things on defense to do is to, you've got this guy who just he faked the guy out of his shoes, so he's running over trying to make sure he doesn't go for a touchdown, and he hit him out of bounds. You're not looking at the line when you run into there.
The Vikings.
But that's the way it goes. 15 yards extra for South Aiken. This will take it down inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. Chandler Law Firm first and 10. South Aiken on the move. Nice move to get there, and he was easing up. He should know you don't hit the guy once he's slowing down. 3 split wide. Now that got open. That was a problem the last time we were here, the snaps being high. And that's our first one tonight.
And it is a momentum killer. They have things going their way right now. You don't like to see those snaps like that.
Bowen Smith with the recovery.
And it's a big loss. We'll call that 7 yards. Second down, 17.
Second down and 17.
So South Aiken now behind the 8 ball. Now a keeper, and Smith's got some room out here. He's going to go over to 10, to the 5, down to the 4-yard line. And he'll pick up the necessary yardage to move the chains, and he'll be Chandler Law Firm first and goal.
14, Justin Haynes.
South Aiken looks very, very sharp offensively on this drive. First time they had the football. Got a little defensive stop, but right now they look good.
So the ball to the 3-yard line, first and goal. Handoff, Roberts fights his way through, and he's in for the touchdown.
Very nice.
South Aiken answers, and they'll go for 2.
That was a touchdown.
That was interesting. Bowen Smith turned around and held up 2 fingers to the sidelines, and all the kickers stopped.
They just stopped right there. And, you know, one of the things he gives them, of course, he gives them leadership. Okay,
Absolutely.
He's been their quarterback the last couple of years, and that makes a difference.
It's great to have somebody on the field who is thinking ahead.
You know, and that's one of the things we mentioned about Daniel Carr being out for Midland Valley. That's tough to overcome because he was their leader for 4 years.
Richardson sneaks it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. We are tied at 14. South Aiken 14, Spring Valley 14. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Did you know in the United States someone dies in a drunk driving accident every 52 minutes? I know the statistics all too well. We represent the innocent victims of alcohol-related crashes. We see firsthand the devastation that alcohol can cause for victims and their families. Too often it leads to serious injuries or worse. On behalf of the Chandler Law Firm, a law firm representing injured people, we urge you, please don't drink and drive.
14 to 14. South Aiken and Spring Valley battling it out here in the first quarter. The Thoroughbreds will kick it again here. 4 touchdowns here in the first quarter of our game. That short pooch kick going to be down around the 40-yard line. Let's go down to the sidelines. Eric Russell has a Autotech sideline report.
Yeah, and North Augusta has a 13-7 lead up on Strom Thurmond, and elsewhere Saluda has a 7-0 lead on Midland Valley right now.
What's it like on the sidelines tonight? Is there any energy at all?
Yeah, there's some energy. They got kind of fired up there when they got that flag on Tantu's late hit. Tantu was a good step and a half out of bounds, and they still decided to tackle him. So.
Well, it paid off. They got in the end zone. Dancy looks none the worse the wear. Thank you, Eric.
All right.
Spring Valley now on the first play. Picks up a couple yards.
Number 8, Sojourn Cottrell, and number 33, Reed
Move up
Bowen.
to the 44-yard line.
With a gain of 2 yards on the play.
2-yard gain, second down and 8. Yeah, those late hits out of bounds can fire everybody up pretty good, can't they?
Yes, they can.
I think Tansy will take that one for the team. Man in motion, going to flip back to him. Got some room to run out of there. He's got the first down up over the 50, down to the 41-yard line. That's Terrell Jackson on the carry.
And you know, you talk about that hit out of bounds. It was certainly not a vicious hit by any means, but when those happen, everybody starts screaming.
On the Thoroughbred 41-yard line.
But here comes Spring Valley back.
Yeah, that's a nice tackle that time by Trey Thomas, the strong safety, number 23.
Still a minute 28 left to go here in the first quarter. Plenty of scoring. Here comes the quarterback, Lee, on the carry. The ball's on the ground. Big pile. South Aiken says they have it. Let's see what the officials say. Okay, still no signal from the official, but
Yes, they do.
South Aiken has the ball. There it is.
Jamonte Martin, their big nose guard, number 99. And he comes up with that ball. Big play for South Aiken. Now, South Aiken had a great drive last time they had the football. We always talk about the running backs and the receivers, and let's give those linemen some credit. Cooper Housley, the center, number 76. The right guard is number 55, Nathan McLeod. Left guard, okay, excuse me, that's Nathan. Okay, the right guard is number 52, Randy Barnard.
And lineman get out there, get some good blocks, and gets into the open. Does Richardson. Richardson crosses the 50 down to the 41-yard line. And that's another thing. He's great at that stop. Looks like he's tackling and then starting again.
Great acceleration. Let me finish that offensive line. Number 78, left tackle, Jared Butler. Okay, and the right tackle, number 54, Harrison Smoke. And they are doing the job right now.
On the Vikings' 42-yard line.
So South Aiken stops Spring Valley for the first time tonight on the turnover. Comes back on the first play and gets it into Spring Valley territory behind the running of Tansy Richardson. Richardson goes to the sidelines for a break. Now there's the ball on the ground. Spring Valley going after it, and Spring Valley is going to recover it. So turnovers traded between Spring Valley and South Aiken.
And that was Justin Haynes, the strong safety for Spring Valley, coming up with that, number 14. So we trade fumbles. South Aiken actually picked up a little ground on the exchange, but they'd certainly rather have the football back.
Spring Valley's pretty much back where they started after the kickoff. Use a little motion, tried to draw South Aiken. South Aiken did a good job of not moving. Dive, and South Aiken was ready. Hit him hard, picked up a yard, made second down and 9.
They're doing a nice job on that dive play. There's been one time when Bunch had about a 7 or 8 yard gain, but other than that, they've shut him down pretty well so far in this first half.
Gain of a yard on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 9 for the Vikings.
It's turned out to be a beautiful evening. Forecast had more rain in it, but we have not seen any of that. Weather is perfect. Here's a quarterback option. He slides through a tackle, picks up pretty good yardage, gets across the 50 to the 48. And bring up a 3rd down, and that's going to be the final play of the first quarter as the clock runs out to 0. We had an exciting first quarter. Spring Valley 14, South Aiken 14. We'll take a break and come back for the second quarter on the Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW. Mike Durrell.
Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, founded in 1963, family owned and operated for 50 years and dedicated to customer service with safety of your family, our top priority. Tyler's Tire is a full-service tire retail, tire repair, and automotive repair facility with ASC certified mechanics. Located in 2 locations, 1019 Richland Avenue West and 1518 Whiskey Road. Let our family take care of yours. Tyler's Tire and Auto Center.
7 days a week.
1 quarter's in the book of the Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week. The Vikings and the Thoroughbreds are tied at 14, and took a little bit of different ways to get there, but still a good game so far.
Well, and as we thought, both offenses a little bit ahead of the defenses so far.
All right, it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Got 28 points on the board in the first quarter. That's a lot.
South Aiken hasn't stopped Spring Valley yet on a 3rd down play. Yeah, and they may have. It's going to be very close. I think we're going to have a 4th down play. And we'll see what the Vikings decide to do. 4th and 1.
It'll bring up 4th and 1.
And I believe that they will go for it.
I think they will too. They want to keep the ball away from Smith, Richardson and company.
come back with that wishbone formation that we saw down at the goal line. Handoff spins at the line.
I don't think he made it.
Stopped him. I believe he's going to come up short. Bowen Smith thinks he's come up short. He's running out on the field.
Outstanding defense by South Aiken. Outstanding.
They did not get it. They turn it over on downs. The defense turns them over on the fumble, now turns them over on downs. As we start the second quarter, South Aiken gets the ball back. Good field position. Located at the 45. So they lost 10 yards on that fumble in the exchange.
Sojourn Gartrell, defensive end. Nathan McLeod, defensive end. Jamonte Martin, nose guard. They're leading that defensive charge.
Pistol formation by South Aiken. Bowen Smith hands off, and there's nowhere to go on that. And again, Tansy Richardson going to get 15 yards, and that's one of those that the official was blowing his whistle. Got to know when to quit, when to let off. That's going to work to South Aiken's favor. They'll get 15 yards on that.
Against the Vikings.
Let's take another look at this one.
Had him stopped for a loss. Had him wrapped up.
At this point, the whistle should have been blown.
The whistle was blowing, and
that'll be another thoroughbred.
There he is, throws him down. That's pretty flagrant. That's going to get it for you every single time. You caught what I have?
I hope not.
41-yard line, 1st and 10. Back to pass. Got a man. Hit him. Breaks away. Good job by everybody around there. Pass that time to number 88, Zalaire Knowles. I believe that's Beyonce's boy.
No, I don't know about that, but I know he's a good-looking receiver. Looks like he goes about 6'3", maybe more. Ball was well thrown, nice reception, and he picked up several yards after the catch.
Good-looking play. Good pass, good catch, and good run after the catch.
And I think that's what I like most about what they're doing offensively now. They're balanced. They can do both. They can run it and throw it. Tough to defend.
There's a replay real quick. He gets down the field. All right. Back to Richardson. Richardson gets outside, keeps his feet, makes another man miss. Down to the 10, still on his feet, into the end zone. 15 yards. He got some blocks at the line of scrimmage, but after that, that's all Tansy Richardson.
Very nice.
Tansy Richardson takes it 15 yards for the touchdown and the first lead for South Aiken of the night. And an extra point to come, 2014 on the Security Federal scoreboard. Here's the kick. Kick is up and it is blocked. So it is no good. But South Aiken scores the touchdown, takes the lead 20-14. And the extra point tries continue.
Yeah, the snap was a little low that time. Bowen Smith did a nice job getting the ball on the tee, but it messed up the timing. And then one of the defensive linemen was able to get his hand up. Really messed up from the get-go, and a nice block.
They may want to go to the Williston theory. Let's see, do they have the replay on the touchdown? We'll go quickly to that if we have it. The specs, did you see this replay?
And makes people miss at the line of scrimmage, makes them miss downfield. Keeps going. Outstanding effort by Tansy Richardson, one of the best we have in this area.
He's got great balance. He keeps his feet. He's never down. All right, here we go. And the ball gets by him at the 20-yard line. Last time that happened, we got through for a long return. And here we go again. At midfield, they bring him down.
And the ball's out again, I believe.
And South Aiken says they have it, and they do. Things going South Aiken's way here in the second quarter. Another fumble, the second fumble of the game, and recovery by South Aiken. And South Aiken right back on offense on the fumbled kickoff at the 49-yard line.
And that was a nice return by Fulton. He gained good yardage. Okay, was hit hard, and fumble recovered by South Aiken. Great field position to start this drive.
Smith going to keep, comes around this right side, gets good yardage, close to another first down. He picked up about 10. I believe he's going to be a yard short.
There is a flag on the play.
But there is a flag behind, trailing the play. And that's going to go against South Aiken. Holding is the call against South Aiken.
You know, we said this about Aiken when we saw them a couple weeks ago, how much they had improved since the beginning of the season. I feel the same way about the offense for South Aiken. They're pretty sharp.
Well, Bowen Smith definitely makes a heck of a difference, the senior quarterback, compared to taking nothing away from Cody Boynton. He'll be a good quarterback. But he's a sophomore. He was making his first start. That was tough. But overall, yeah, South Aiken looks a lot better. Now there gets stuffed in the backfield after the big walk-off. Going the wrong way.
And that was Roberts, okay, Chris Roberts, and there was nowhere to go.
Here comes a flag late, and it's going to be a dead ball foul on top of everything else.
A couple of unusual calls in here already. What's this one?
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Spring Valley. No, they said it was a sideline warning. Okay. He held his arms out and did the sideline warning part of it. Okay. So no harm, no foul, really. It's second down and a long ways to go. It's about 25 yards. Well, it's actually 30 yards. Now back to pass. Smith comes up, throws long. He's got a man down there. Oh, he took it away.
He did indeed.
And Knowles is going inside the 10-yard line. And that's where height pays off.
Oh, my goodness.
That was up for grabs, and Knowles took it away from the interception.
And, you know, that's height and concentration. I mean, that ball was bouncing around a little bit. The defender was in front, had his hands on that thing, took a bounce. Knowles is right there. That's a terrific play.
Again, things going South Aiken's way here in the second quarter as we take another look at the specs. Instant replay.
And Smith buys a little time, lays it up. The defender actually has the better position for that pass, but can't handle it. But Knowles does a job.
All right, Richardson takes the snap, jumps around. Whew. He didn't get much, but man, he made some moves before he went down at the 7.
Well, Richardson is one of those players, every time he has the football, as defense, you just got to hold your breath because he can score from anywhere.
South Aiken looking to extend its 6-point lead. And here comes Richardson. He breaks through. Touchdown, South Aiken. Tansy Richardson goes the final 7 yards. And South Aiken goes up 2 touchdowns and will go for 2.
And that's a nice
good idea.
That's a nice little wrinkle they ran right there with those 2 blocking backs up in front of Richardson, one on each side. Okay, give him an extra blocker. They cleaned things out pretty nicely up front. Had a lead blocker for him, and he went into the end zone without too much trouble. We might see that again for the extra point. It was pretty effective.
They're giving Richardson, I think, a chance to catch his breath. He was bent over, getting some wind, but that is the same formation.
Indeed it is.
Smith is going to try to take it. I think Smith was concerned about Richardson. So the 2 points is no good, but the score 26-14, South Aiken takes the lead after trailing 7-0 early in this game and 14-6. They now take the lead 26-14. with 8:06 left to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, we got a shot there of Bowen Smith with his helmet off. He's got the eye black underneath there. He looks like a warrior, and he's playing like a warrior right now, frankly. Pretty tough kid.
Well, he brings a swagger.
Yes, he does. And you like to see that in a quarterback, don't you?
Confidence.
Yeah, that's right.
That you just can't get that. You get that through experience, the hard knocks that you take along the way. All right, another kickoff. This is our 6th one. South Aiken going to keep it from being a huge return, but the field position will be great. It's at the 40-yard line. South Aiken
Number 86,
will now defend Spring Valley. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10.
You know, one of the things that I'm observing is when they're tackling, South Aiken is really trying to strip the football a lot. They were able to do that to the quarterback earlier in the ball game. They did it on the last kickoff, and they tried to do it right there, it looks like to me. They're doing a pretty nice job making sure that receiver has control of that football. If he doesn't, they're in trouble.
Here's a cross-action play, and South Aiken had him wrapped up, and they finally bring him down after a 6-yard loss. Kept slipping out, and I think it helped South Aiken get a few extra yards on the loss.
And that play was a version of something that we've seen Silver Bluff run over the years, a little crisscross action, and it was smothered.
A loss on the play of about,
I believe that's the first time we've seen Fulton run the ball, isn't it? Most of it's been Jackson or Lee, our bunch on the dive.
Those three have done most of the work, you're right. Now let's see what they do with they've got 2nd and long.
Rolls, throws it out high, and I think that may be why we haven't seen much passing. That was very, very high. Not much of a chance.
You know, we talked about their hook and lateral or hook and ladder that they ran last week or the week before. And if you don't have passing as an integral part of your offense, you have to rely on some trickery sometimes, and maybe you're right about that. That didn't look real smooth. They had him running to his left, never got squared up, and the throw was not much.
It's 3rd and long.
Now that's a nice throw.
Good throw.
Yes,
on
indeed.
The slant. Hayes on the catch. Is down to the 45-yard line. It's still going to be well short of a first down, as they'll bring up 4th and 5. And the first punt of the evening for either side. And again, the coach's son, R.J. Bacon, who's a wide receiver, kicker, and punter. Good snap.
Good kick.
Tansy just going to let that one go.
The kick is out of bounds.
It goes out at the 10 or thereabouts.
And Bacon is a talented kicker and punter.
Ball will be at the 11-yard line. South Aiken takes over with a 26-14 lead. 6:21 left to go until halftime. And I'm sure the South Aiken coaches would love to see a sustained drive and run that clock out and put some more points on the board.
From their 10-yard line.
Roberts and Richardson in the backfield either side of the quarterback, Smith. 2 split wide to the right, 1 to the left. Hands off, and this is Roberts. Roberts,
Roberts
seen a couple times. That's a good carry. He's picked up about 9.
By number 23.
We have 2nd down and 1.
And that's a good start to your drive.
Trevon Duckett.
Oh, yeah.
Pickup of 8. 9 yards.
Very nice.
Bring up 2nd and 1 for the Thoroughbreds.
Again, same formation. Looks to the sidelines. Get his call. Hand off to Richardson this time. Richardson goes out over the 20 to the 21. That'll be good for a first down. They'll move the chains. Chandler, Law Firm, first down.
Doesn't take a whole lot of room for Richardson to do a little dance step and pick up the first, does it?
No. There's a quick pass out to Carter. Carter, good tackle.
Pass complete to
number 24. That's Peyton Pendarvis, and that was a nice tackle.
That was a good tackle. Open field tackle. On an island out there, you got to cover, you got to be able to tackle. Pendarvis did a nice job there.
Carter picked up 3 yards, second down and 7. Here's straight handoff. Hitting up the gut on the dive is Tansey. And he's going to pick up another first down. It'll move the chains at the 34-yard line. Chandler Law Firm first and 10. And if you're going to draw it up, this is the way you draw it up. Move it 10 yards at a time, 11 yards, 12 yards.
And plenty of time to put it in the end zone.
Run the clock. Well, that read.
Quarterback keeper.
That was a keeper. And Smith did not get far. He lost 5 yards on the play. Second down and 15.
I'm looking at Knowles. My estimate of 6'3", I think, was off. I think he's at least 6'5", maybe more.
He's a tall kid.
Yes, he is.
Looks to the sidelines. Got 3 split wide to the right. Knowles to the left. Richardson in the backfield besides Smith. And now the whistle, and this may be a delay of the game.
I would think so. That took a long time.
Took too long.
Penalty on the play. Delay a game against the Thoroughbreds.
And that is not how you draw it up.
Second and 19.
It's second down and 19. 9 yards lost from the penalty in the first play. Does get the clock start again though.
Nothing there.
Yeah, that time the read might have been better to keep. Now Spring Valley going to use one of their timeouts. We've got a Bragg Heating Company timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. You'll be right back.
Timeout, Spring Valley.
You've heard of 6 degrees of separation? In Aiken, it's more like 1 or 2. It's a rare day that I don't go to a grocery store and see a former patient, their mother or father, or son or daughter. That's the nature of practicing medicine in a relatively small town, especially emergency medicine. But that's exactly what got me into practicing medicine in the first place, making that personal connection and helping people I know.
People you know, healthcare you trust. Aiken Regional Medical Centers.
Myers' office today.
It is a beautiful night here at South Aiken.
803-278-57.
Seeing that commercial for Aiken Regional Medical Center reminds me that we haven't had an Aiken Regional Medical Injury Report, which is a good thing.
I don't think we've had one all season, which is a good thing.
Nobody has been hurt.
We like that.
We've had players hurt. All right. 3 split wide to the left, empty backfield, 2 to the right. Drops back, this under pressure and going to be sacked.
And they were trying to set up a screen. They had the wall up in front, but that was just a tremendous defensive charge, and Bowen Smith had no chance. You try to take it easy when you're the quarterback going back there, you know, pause a little bit, let him come in a little, but this time he's got no chance.
They're doing a crossing route in front of him. He's watching that. I don't think he saw the defender coming.
And that was Keandre Jones, one of the defensive ends. And he was like he was shot out of a cannon, and huge loss.
So Spring Valley uses another one of their timeouts. The ball will be spotted around the 7-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. South Aiken will be punting. It's 4th and forever.
And they're going to be punting from their own end zone. That's not fun.
Actually, will do well to where they need to get to the 44, pick up the 1st down. I think they'll do well to punt it that far.
And barring a fumble or something silly, going to be good field position for Spring Valley, and they'll have a chance to take it in and close this gap a little bit before the half.
It's Bowen Smith back to punt. Good job getting it away. Now a fumble, and Spring Valley very quickly on it.
And that was very dangerous. He did not signal for a fair catch, and he should have.
Recovered by number 29.
Ball's at the 36-yard line. Chandler Law Firm first and 10 for Spring Valley as they'll try to score with 2:53 left to go until the half and cut into this South Aiken 26-14 lead.
Bowen Smith that time looked like a shortstop fielding the ground ball. That snap was on the ground, did a nice job, got the punt off.
Now here's Fulton again. And he's a pretty good runner, still on his feet. He's at the 10, he's going to pull away, 5, touchdown. Maybe they were saving him just for that. But Tyjuan Fulton scores, and we're going to have our first injured player.
There is an injury on the play.
So may have jinxed us a little bit there, as we have Aiken Regional Medical Center injury timeout on the field. In the meantime, put the points on the board. It's 26-20. While we've got a player on the field, let's take a timeout, and we'll come back and we'll tell you who it is in this Aiken Regional Medical Center timeout.
Since 1970, Bragg Heating Company has been keeping Aiken and the surrounding communities comfortable. Our factory-trained staff can keep you on top of the latest in heating and cooling technology, and our complete metal shop allows us to make any specialty piece your home may need. We recommend the best systems for your home: Train, Carrier, Mitsubishi Ductless, and Bosch geothermal systems. We accept most major credit cards and offer financing, so when you need your system maintained, repaired, or replaced, call Bragg Heating Company. We're here to make you comfortable.
You've heard of 6 degrees of separation? In Aiken, it's more like 1 or 2. It's a rare day that I don't go to a grocery store and see a former patient, their mother or father, or son or daughter. That's the nature of practicing medicine in a relatively small town, especially emergency medicine. But that's exactly what got me into practicing medicine in the first place, making that personal connection and helping people I know.
People you know, healthcare you trust. Aiken Regional Medical Centers.
Our ARMC injury report. And sorry to report DJ Parker is being helped off the field.
Looks like ankle, maybe a knee, and a horrible turn of events here for South Aiken in the last 30 seconds.
Extra point is up and it's good. So that makes it 26-21.
With 2 minutes and 39 seconds.
Still 2 minutes and 39 seconds left. Plenty of time for either team.
Spring Valley 21.
Things can quick change, can't they?
Really can.
Okay, we've got pitch out here. and looks like you have him corralled. Just a heck of a run. All right, he gets hit by at least 4 different people. Once he breaks into the clear, we talked about Richardson, and he sort of just glides in the end zone too. That is a heck of a run by DeJuan Fulton.
Check out.
So Fulton, his second carry of the game, results in a 36-yard run. Let's go down to the sidelines where we have an Auto Tech sideline report with Eric Russell. Eric.
Hey guys, Swansea leads Silver Bluff 17-14 as they head into the half, and Saluda is up on top of Midland Valley 17-10 or 14-10 as they head to the half as well. No further updates in the North Augusta game. They're still at 13-7.
Very good. Thank you, Eric.
Close ball games.
Long kick fielded. This is Kitchens. And he breaks through. He's got open field. He's got the kicker to beat. Of course, the kicker is the wide receiver. He knocks him out of bounds. But South Aiken going to be in great shape as it's returned all the way to 36. And there is a flag blocking the back at the 40-yard line. And
that's a shame.
Bring it back.
In the last minute and a half here, South Aiken has had some penalties. They've had some sacks. They've had some injuries. Then they get a great lift here with this kickoff return, and it's coming back.
Block in the back against the Thoroughbreds.
So it's a 10-yard walk-off from the 39, where it apparently occurred.
First and 10 for the
Look and see if we can see it.
29-yard line.
Because it's going to occur somewhere right in there. And I don't think it was anywhere around the play. So it negates a very good run by Deshaun Kitchens. That's a broken play. Smith going to keep it, get back to the line of scrimmage.
Smith.
I mean, second down and 10.
Quarterback keeper brought down on the play by number 9, Keandre Jones, and number 30, Paul Stokes, and number 40, the Prince Haynes. No gain on the
So
play.
South Aiken is looked in control, was moving the football, picked up a couple first downs, has seen Spring Valley suddenly go to work on defense.
We've had a couple of turnarounds here momentum-wise.
Richardson comes to the line. He looks for that seam to jump through it. If he gets through, he's great. But if he can't, he's a small guy. He can be grabbed fairly easily.
Yeah, he's not the biggest running back you'll ever see.
Picked up 4 yards, third down and 6.
It'll bring up 3rd and 7.
Hands off again, this time to Roberts. Roberts fights hard, but he's going to be stopped right around the 35-yard line. Well short of a first down, and Spring Valley will use their final timeout.
And they made good use of the last couple of timeouts. They're going to get the football back here. And if I were on the South Aiken side, I'd be concerned about getting this kickoff again because they've had a couple of snaps that have not been perfect, and some good pressure by the Vikings coming in on the punter. So this isn't a sure thing.
4th down and 5 for the Thoroughbreds from their 35.
It just goes to show how important little things like the deep snapper is on these teams.
Oh, no question.
It's not the easiest thing in the world to do.
No, it's not. It's difficult to do, as a matter of fact. But it's crucial. And if Spring Valley handles this punt, they're going to have enough time to move the football themselves. This is quite a turnaround in the last couple minutes.
Definitely he's taking the air out of the crowd, that's for sure. Everything at the beginning of the second quarter was going South Aiken's way. Now it's turned around the other way. Now we got a whistle. And I think perhaps South Aiken called timeout. They did.
Timeout.
South Aiken takes a timeout. So we've got a Bragg Heating Company timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back.
Since 1970, Bragg Heating Company has been keeping Aiken and the surrounding communities comfortable. Our factory-trained staff can keep you on top of the latest in heating and cooling technology, and our complete metal shop allows us to make any specialty piece your home may need. We recommend the best systems for your home: Trane, Carrier, Mitsubishi ductless, and Bosch geothermal systems. We accept most major credit cards and offer financing, so when you need your system maintained, repaired, or replaced, call Bragg Heating Company. We're here to make you comfortable.
All right, South Aiken has talked it over. You see the time, 1:11. South Aiken leading 26-21. As they try to hold on to this lead, take it into halftime. Spring Valley will get the ball first next half. Smith gets it away. It's fielded. Gets outside. And he steps out of bounds, short of the 50.
And once again, I say it, Bowen Smith did a nice job fielding a low snap, and with 4 guys in his face, got rid of the punt pretty effectively. Showed some cool doing that.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings.
So just over a minute left for Spring Valley. They have no timeouts. But they have moved the ball effectively most of the night. Now they're going to go to the air. And now there's a nice throw and catch.
Lee's pass is complete to number 14, Justin Haynes.
And Haynes, number 14, came up with a terrific reception. That ball was thrown
knocked out of bounds
at least a couple feet over his head. He went up and got it like a basketball rebound and knew he was going to get hit, held on to the football. Good effort.
Got a feeling that Spring Valley has some range in their kicking, too.
Look at that. Ooh, nice play.
Lee's pass intended for number 4, Albert Turner.
Lee didn't look particularly good on his first pass, but these last two.
I thought he was going to run the football that time, frankly.
Yeah, he was running to his right. It's got to be easier for him to throw. The first 2 passes, he was running to his left.
I thought he could have picked up a few yards and gotten out of bounds, stopped the clock, but incomplete pass also stopped it.
2nd and 10, 40 seconds. A sack would be huge. And there you go.
There it is. You called it.
May not be it's a loss of a yard. It's not a huge loss, but it's huge in the fact the clock is running. Spring Valley cannot stop it. They've got to wait and get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down as well. Don't think they can afford to spike it here. It's going to roll out of the pocket. It's going to stop. Throws back across his body, and he's tackled, and they're not going to be able to stop the clock. That'll run the clock out in no time. Everybody will head to the locker rooms, and that's how it's going to be here at the half. South Aiken does manage to stop Spring Valley here at the end of the 2nd quarter. We go to halftime with a score 26-21.
Good first half, a lot of scoring, obviously. If you like offensive football, you saw it here. Some exciting plays. Looked like a track meet a little bit down the road. We had people running the ball 70, 80, 90 yards on kickoffs and on punts. Pretty exciting half of football, and both teams had their moments, and South Aiken takes the lead at halftime, 26-21.
First quarter, didn't look like anybody was going to play defense. It was 14-14. But 2nd quarter, we saw some defense.
Yeah, both teams had their moments defensively, but also some breakdowns. As we thought, we were going to have a lot of scoring, and that has held true. And I don't think we're going to see a let-up in the second half. Sometimes you get teams that put some points on early, and then they take it easy or they lose momentum. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to see a lot more points scored in this ball game.
There you see the first touchdown of the evening. And this was the ensuing kickoff, and South Aiken answered in a hurry.
And this set the tone for South Aiken for the entire first quarter and also most of the second quarter until the last 3 minutes of the second quarter. And Richardson, you can see him, he is just pulling away from everybody. Great speed. All right, and that got the crowd pumped up, got his team pumped up. They had just given up a touchdown, and he switched things around right away.
So
then they have to kick off.
Kickoff, we had sort of the same thing.
Yes, indeed we did. Looks like he's going to take it to the house. He outruns a few people. And during that cutback, yeah, that must have been it right there. Somebody got pushed in the back and tripped. He had taken it down to the 5, got penalized, but very shortly thereafter, they were able to bang it and falls into the end zone. The offensive lineman picks it up, number 67.
Brandon Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson gets the touchdown.
Of your South Aiken High School marching thoroughbreds.
There's the touchdown that tied it up, and that was our first quarter. A lot of highlights in the first quarter. Here's Tansy getting the 2-point conversion.
And at this point, it looked like South Aiken was unstoppable offensively. They're moving the ball very well. This is a great run by Richardson. Makes a couple of nice moves, make about 4 people miss. That's coaching, bro. No, that's talent is what that is. That's talent.
You coach the running backs.
Yeah, I know the difference between coaching and talent. That's talent. Oh, another great run by Richardson. And then Fulton coming here, and he shows that he's got two different spin moves, one to the right, one to the left, and he's in the end zone. He puts it into glide control for the last couple yards. Good football game, exciting football game.
Some nice plays, some exciting plays. That last one, sitting here watching it, it makes me appreciate it a little more. He was down and falling down, and he sort of ran out from underneath the fall and took off again.
He sure did.
That was a nice run. All right, it's halftime. It's 26-21, and we are going to be entertained by the South Aiken High School Marching Band. Let's go to the field.
Struggling a little bit, I can see that. Yeah, that's not like you. Not like you at all.
Catches. They're coming.
Okay, we're going to do a little off the field about academic eligibility. Okay, we'll do that. He's going to come back here after the band and go with about 3 minutes of commercials. Okay, and then we'll come back, and if you can give us an update on sports scores. Good. And that's not feeling right, so it's you and I carry the ball for the academic eligibility, right? And I mentioned the age requirement and the basic requirement. Why sometimes how do you feel about the recommendations or the standards? Okay, good. Very good. Okay, and I wouldn't necessarily mention his name, but just a coach, one of the local coaches. Good. Yeah, you are.
The South Aiken High School Marching Band, an outstanding performance here at halftime with South Aiken leading 26-21 over Spring Valley. We'll take a break. We'll come back for the second half, kickoff and off-the-field activities when we return on the Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW My
12. We give very good deals. We don't have the overhead and the dock fees and all the junk that all the newer, fancier dealers do. So people like that hometown atmosphere, and it works for us. And so we continue to do what works for us. And so we just like to keep it plain and simple. You come see us, you'll be glad you did.
Weekends are for resting, relaxing, and recharging your batteries. A good weekend can also give you the time to catch up on business you couldn't get to during the week. For Security Federal Bank customers, that means banking business. What does 7-day banking mean to your banker? More importantly, what does it mean to you? At Security Federal Bank, being open 7 days a week means just that. That's why our Southside branch on Whiskey Road in front of Target is open for business every day, even Saturday and Sunday. We're proud to be the only bank to be open 7 days a week in Aiken County.
Since 1970, Bragg Heating Company has been keeping Aiken and the surrounding communities comfortable. Our factory-trained staff can keep you on top of the latest in heating and cooling technology, and our complete metal shop allows us to make any specialty piece your home may need. We recommend the best systems for your home: Trane, Carrier, Mitsubishi ductless, and Bosch geothermal systems. We accept most major credit cards and offer financing, so when you need your system maintained, repaired, or replaced, call Bragg Heating Company. We're here to make you comfortable.
Did you know in the United States someone dies in a drunk driving accident every 52 minutes? I know the statistics all too well. We represent the innocent victims of alcohol-related crashes. We see firsthand the devastation that alcohol can cause for victims and their families. Too often it leads to serious injuries or worse. On behalf of the Chandler Law Firm, a law firm representing injured people, we urge you, please don't drink and drive.
Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, founded in 1963, family owned and operated for 50 years and dedicated to customer service with safety of your family, our top priority. Tyler's Tire is a full-service tire retail, tire repair, and automotive repair facility with ASC certified mechanics. Located in 2 locations, 1019 Richland Avenue West and 1518 Whiskey Road. Let our family take care of yours. Tyler's Tire and Auto Center.
You've heard of 6 degrees of separation? In Aiken, it's more like 1 or 2. It's a rare day that I don't go to a grocery store and see a former patient, their mother or father, or son or daughter. That's the nature of practicing medicine in a relatively small town, especially emergency medicine. But that's exactly what got me into practicing medicine in the first place, making that personal connection and helping people I know.
People you know, healthcare you trust. Aiken Regional Medical Centers.
Halftime 26-21, the Thoroughbreds over the Vikings. Make sure you stay tuned at the end of tonight's game where we'll be naming the Tal Wilkins Center for Dentistry MVP. We'll get together and decide who was our most outstanding player of the evening. So make sure you stick around to find out who the Tal Wilkins Center for Dentistry MVP is. All right, let's go down to the sidelines where Eric Russell has an Auto Tech sideline report.
Hey guys, I have a couple of halftime scores for you guys, and at the half, Swansea leads Silver Bluff 24-14. Saluda is up on Midland Valley 17-10. North Augusta is still leading Strom Thurmond 13-7. Wagner Sally has a 14-0 lead over Great Falls. Aiken is up 14-7 on Barnwell, and Southside Christian has a 21-7 lead on Fox Creek.
Okay, a couple of very close scores and a couple of surprises there, frankly. Yeah. Okay, and hopefully a couple of our teams that are a little bit behind can pick it up in the second half. Okay, talking about picking it up, Eric, we like to go to off the field sometimes when we have time at halftime, and tonight let's just take a couple minutes and talk about one of the things that is really a pain and a concern and trouble for coaches often, and that is keeping their players academically eligible throughout the school year. And in South Carolina, as in virtually every other state that we're aware of, you have to meet certain academic requirements, and basically it's about a C average you have to have, and you have to pass at least 4 classes during each semester. If you don't do that, you can make some courses up, but coaches get very frustrated when they have players that don't take seriously their studies and put them in danger of not being eligible, not only for football in this case, but also for some of the other sports that they'd probably like to see them involved in during the school year. What's your take on that?
I mean, every coach or athletic director you talk to will talk about the students being students first and worrying about the athletics later. And after any practice we go out to, or sometimes after any games, you'll hear coaches remind their kids to study and get their classwork done and stuff like that. We've heard it already this year, so it's something they constantly remind their students about, because they don't want to find themselves down any players in a crucial situation because of academics.
Yeah, and I know a lot of coaches even have study halls for some of their players at different times during the year, so that they can make sure they keep tabs on what their players are doing academically. And from the player's perspective, it's got to be very frustrating if they get in bad habits academically and then can't fulfill their dreams of maybe going on to college and playing.
Yeah, it's you have to understand that it's very difficult for some of those players who sometimes can't get into schools they want and have to put in the work to kind of get those grades up to potentially go to some of the schools they want. But it's something that they always stress to the kids, and hope that they get, and they supply them with all the necessary tools to get the job done. So it's a big deal.
Yeah, and you know, I've talked to some coaches of other sports other than football already this season, and said, well, how many of the football players are going to play this or going to play that? And they said, well, we'd like to have as many as possible, but some of them, of course, don't have any particular interest in a sport. And he said, but the ones that are really frustrating are the ones that don't do their schoolwork completely and are not eligible to play. And I would say that is very frustrating, because you'd like to see the kids be able to do as much as possible while they're in high school.
Yeah, I'm sure as a coach you've seen it before, and with football being at the beginning of the year, it's kind of the football coaches kind of get the luxury of the kids can't really be in too bad of a situation early on, but some of those other sports that come after that kind of get the adverse side of that, with some of the kids falling behind already by the time their sport starts. So
yeah. And you do have the ability to make some classes up. For instance, you can go to summer school. But I know as a coach, you sit there and you wonder, well, okay, is he going to pass enough in summer school to be eligible? And it's tough to make your plan. So it's a difficult situation. And I guess from everybody's perspective, the best advice is you're a student athlete. Make sure you take care of all your responsibilities. We want you to be a great player on the field, but we also want you to be a great student in the classroom.
Exactly.
All right. Thanks, Eric.
No problem.
Very good, guys. Also want to make sure you remember that Annabelle is here from Chick-fil-A. Annabelle says, dream a little dream of chicken for breakfast. So make sure you get up and you go to Chick-fil-A Aiken, which is that where you're going to go, Ken?
Well, we had the Chick-fil-A before the ball game tonight. You might remember that. It's very, very good.
Was it delicious?
Oh, it was great.
We were thinking more.
It was great.
Chicken, eat more chicken. That's what we want you to do. And that's Annabelle, who is our Chick-fil-A mascot, the Aiken Chick-fil-A over here on Whiskey Road. We can see it from here. It's out there on Whiskey Road.
And they do a great job at the Aiken Chick-fil-A, I'll tell you that.
They do a good job. We appreciate them
Terrific
providing
place.
us with our pregame meal. And while we're on Whiskey Road, we want to remember that the place to go for your ultimate tailgate needs is Unique Expressions. They're in the Mitchell Shopping Center. If you're going to a high school game or any of the college games or a pro game, they've got everything you need for tailgating. That's Unique Expressions. Okay, second half kickoff. We're underway. Spring Valley gets the ball first, and that's Fulton who had the long run. He brings it back up to midfield, and Spring Valley will take over. And Coach, as we head into the second half, what does South Aiken really need to do to win this football game?
Well, you know what? They had a couple of tough breaks there at the end of the second half, the end of the first half, I should say, in the second quarter, because their offense has been running very, very well. They've mixed their plays well. They've got some talented people. They can throw it. They can run it. They're doing fine. Defensively, there have been times when they've looked pretty good against this multiple option type formation, but they've got to tackle a little bit better than they did right at the end of the ball game, or at the end of the first half.
First play, it looked like a dive, but that's the quarterback Lee keeping it. He crosses the 50 to the 48. I think they'll mark him at the 47. That'll be a pickup of 4 yards. Second down and 6.
And to continue, I really think South Aiken's, they know their assignments. Okay, I think they've been in the right place tonight defensively. A couple of the running backs and the quarterback included for Spring Valley, pretty tough runners, and they're not small. The quarterback goes over 200. Fulton's about 175. You got to make a good tackle.
They say he made the 46 into Thoroughbred territory. Now, looked like that might get inside. He got on top of one of the defenders. And that's
Number 6,
not
Terrell
Fulton, that's Jackson. Terrell Jackson.
Brought down on the play.
Close to a first
By
down,
number
a yard
32,
short,
Frank
third down and
Presley,
1.
Number 33, Reed Bowling.
That was an unusual tackle by Bolton, I believe, but he was laying on the ground and fighting. Was able to trip the running back up, saved the first down. I have a feeling, even though this is only the first drive, we're in 4-down territory already, I think, for Spring Valley.
Unless they get a big loss, they'll go with the dive. And I believe that'll get a yard that they need for the first down. That'll move the chains. Chandler Law Firm, 1st and 10.
Darius Bush on the
Spring Valley up front on offensive line, they've got a couple kids that are only 5'8", but they're pretty hefty. they look like squat, strong young men, and they do a pretty good job up front too. We talked about the South Aiken offensive line, who's done a nice job tonight. Spring Valley's line does pretty well.
They also spread it around a lot. We've seen Jackson Lee, Fulton in bunch, carry the ball. And here is Fulton, who carried on the kickoff. Tries to get outside. He gains he's still running around. He got on the other side. He went into a pile, never heard the whistle. Kept moving his feet, and he ends up picking up about 5 yards.
Fulton on the carry.
I could have sworn he was down at the line of scrimmage.
That was very unusual. And, there have been a couple times tonight where I think the whistle should have ended the play. But the kids keep going, and you can't blame the offensive player for that.
Look at the replay. He sort of went into the pile
and
kept his feet and came out of it. 2nd and 5, 36-yard line. Now quick pitch, and this is Fulton on the pitch. He's got some room. He's outside. He's going down the sidelines. Touchdown, Spring Valley. 36-yard touchdown run.
On the touchdown
well-executed option play by Spring Valley.
Fulton had a 36-yard run to end the second half. For a second quarter. Now he starts the third quarter, 36-yard touchdown run.
And he's a good runner, and he's a different runner than Richardson. Okay, he's more of a power runner. He's a little bit stockier. Okay, doesn't have Richardson's speed or moves. It doesn't look like, but he's a load. He's tough to handle.
So South Aiken, who had a 26-14 lead, now sees Spring Valley take that lead, and they'll try to extend it to 2 points. On Bacon's extra point try, his kick is up.
The kick is up.
And it's good. And our score, South Aiken 26.
So with 9:16 left in the third
Spring
quarter.
Valley 28. And we are underway. This is sort of how we started the game, with offense very quickly getting down the field and scoring.
Offense, offense, offense. Okay, and I think we mentioned in the pregame show, but I think last year's score was 56 or 57 to 35. A lot of points last year also. Spring Valley was able to win that football game. And South Aiken looks like they can turn it around a little bit, but 56-35 last year. Looks like we're heading that same direction right now. Might be a matter of who has the ball last.
7 days a week.
So Spring Valley takes the opening kickoff, 2 minutes, 44 seconds, puts a touchdown on the board and takes the lead, 28-26 over South Aiken. But South Aiken, if it's true to form, returned the ensuing kickoff in the first half for a touchdown, 90 yards. Tansy Richardson did that. Let's see if we can see another one here.
Bacon is a good kicker, but yeah, he's going to kick it deep again.
This one's going to go well into the end zone.
That's what they have to do if they want to keep it out of Kitchen's hands and Richardson's hands, because either one of them can break it.
I think they kicked that to Coach Buck sitting down there in the end zone. Eddie Buck, who's always here at the Stomping Grounds, sitting in the end zone, taking on the action.
How long did he coach here? Had to be years and years.
He came here in 1976 when I was a sophomore at Aiken High School. It was his first year. And, of course, he was at Aiken High. Then he came over here as an assistant coach later on. All right, here's the first play from scrimmage for South Aiken. Pass to Carter. Catches it on his knees, but it'll be complete.
Brandon Carter.
He'll pick up 4 yards, second down and 6.
Pick up 4 yards on the play to bring up 2nd and 6 from the 24.
Here's Richardson. He gets outside, but they're able to contain him and not let him get too far. He crosses the 25.
Sean Moore.
It's to the 26-yard line, I guess.
And Keenan Reed, the middle linebacker, first man in on that tackle.
Third and about 3
Picked
yards.
up a yard, third down and 5. Quick pass out. Going to need a blocker. Not going to get it. It's going to come up short of the first down.
Complete to number 2, Tansy Richardson.
Richardson made the catch.
Brought down on the play by number
Tried to split
30.
his defenders. Couldn't get through them.
Stokes.
So he comes up 2 yards short, 4th and 2.
It'll bring up 4th
Spring
and
Valley
2.
seemed to make the adjustments on defense. Fourth and 2. Keep in mind, Bowen Smith, the quarterback, is the punter. You never know when South Aiken's going to try some trick play. It won't be this time. You know, end over end. It's going to almost hit the return man. Rolls dead at the 30-yard line. Spring Valley takes over, 1st and 10. Chandler Law Firm, 1st and 10 at the 30.
And a smart decision that time by the receiver. Okay, got out of the way. He had originally called for a fair catch. Would have been a tough catch. I think he did the right thing getting out of the way. Gave up a couple yards, but they still have the football.
So the second possession of the second half for Spring Valley. They opened with a short drive of 51 yards to open with a touchdown and take the lead here. They'll try to extend that now. They run a wing T formation, pretty much run a triple option out of that. That's the dive play to the fullback, Fulton. Not Fulton.
I think that's Bunch.
Bunch, correct.
Reed Boland.
Kadarius Bunch.
Number 99.
He picked up 6 yards, second down and 4.
The gain of 6.
And there have been times tonight when Spring Valley does make you defend the triple option. You got to defend the dive, the quarterback, the pitch. And if you don't, somebody's going to hurt you.
And they use all 3 of them. Now they come back, and this is going to be a pitch to Terrell Jackson. Jackson gets out of bounds at the 49, just short of the 50.
And one of the things that you have to have in this offense is the willingness of the running backs to be blockers. And that time, the key block that sprung the running back on the pitch was by Fulton, the other running back. And he made a nice block downfield. You have to have the willingness for the backs to block as well as carry the football. Everybody likes to run the football. Not everybody wants to do the grunt work.
And it was interesting. Fulton came in motion, stopped, and turned and came back to make that block. And the injured player for Spring Valley on our Aiken Regional Medical Center injury timeout is the running back, Terrell Jackson, as he got up and came up a little gimpy, and the South Aiken coaches told him to sit down. So he did sit down, and they're going to walk him across the field. And the injury report on this is a pretty good one as he starts to trot.
That's good news.
Your hometown orthopedic group.
He may have twisted something a little bit funny. Well, while he goes off the field, let's go down to the sidelines. Auto Tech sideline report with Eric.
Yes, Strom Thurmond has gotten off to a great start in the second half. Tay Merriweather picked off a pass and returned it for a touchdown. Then the Rebels recovered a fumble on the kickoff, and now they're up 21-13 on North Augusta.
Wow.
Good football game over there tonight, too, that's for sure.
A little bit of a surprise. Thank you, Eric, for the update.
All right.
Spring Valley in business. Chandler Law Firm first down at the 49-yard line. Fulton in motion, gets the pitch. Strings it out. Picks a hold, doesn't get far. He'll pick up a yard if they call him down.
They see it.
That's kind of ridiculous. And now he's out in the clear. And I'm not exactly sure he's going to be tackled, but that pile came to a complete total stop.
Tackled on the play by number 2, Chancey Richardson.
I'm sure the sideline South Aiken's not pleased with it.
I would be livid. I would be livid. And we've seen that even on that penalty that they called with Richardson. The same exact thing happened. Okay.
Well, it's just like the late hits that they teach these kids. Don't hit them and make it late. And
progress is stopped.
Well, they all stopped right there, and nobody's whistled.
That's not right. I don't know. I don't know. We're not down there. If the whistle didn't blow, you got to tell the kids to keep playing. But that seems extreme right there.
Well, we've already had Spring Valley get a 15-yard penalty called on them.
Exactly.
For slinging a player down. And, of course, South Aiken doesn't want to do that either.
Tackle just short of the goal line.
Yeah, we've got Fulton down.
And I'll bring up second down.
And up, okay.
Well, an odd play.
Very odd. That's one of the strangest I've ever seen. I mean, everybody just, you could see them. They were all just.
They all stopped.
They stopped.
The defenders, the offensive player, even the back running.
If the coaches didn't see that during the play when they watch the film, they're going to be livid.
1 yard dive in the end zone. Spring Valley extends their lead to 8 points with the extra point coming.
On the touchdown run.
Remember in the second quarter you said everything was going South Aiken's way. Well,
now it's turned around and going all Spring Valley.
Since the last 3 minutes of the second quarter into this second half, everything's going Spring Valley's way for sure.
Kevin Owens. On for the extra point, number 84, R.J. Bacon.
Bacon's been reliable on his kicks.
He's an outstanding kicker. He's very, very good.
So the score, 35-28. Spring Valley has now extended their lead to 9, 2 possessions. We'll take a break and be right back.
35, South Aiken 26.
Late for work or school again? Autotech can get your car or truck running smoothly in no time. Whether late model or classic, domestic or import, Autotech can get the hums and hisses out of your vehicle. Their state-of-the-art computer diagnostics can identify your problem and get you on your way. Bring your automobile today to 460 Silver Bluff Road across from Hitchcock Plaza. Autotech, mechanics you can trust with your family's safety.
All right, Spring Valley has the lead 35-26, and Bacon kicks again. Into the end zone, automatic touchback. Richardson waves at it as it goes by.
Well, now we've seen South Aiken tonight have some great run backs, but the best antidote for that is to have your kicker kick it into the end zone where they cannot return it, and Bacon has done that very nicely here to start the second half.
20-yard line.
All right, South Aiken, who came to the second half with the lead, has seen that go away, and now we'll try to get some points on the board, get back in the game. Richardson and Roberts in the backfield beside Smith. Handoff, and he was fortunate to get the handoff to Roberts as he was tackled.
Chris Roberts, number 6, on the carry. Drop for the loss.
Spring Valley has really turned up the defense now on South Aiken.
The momentum has shifted in every aspect of the game right at the moment. Need something positive to happen to turn it back around.
Little slant pattern to Carter.
This
Carter
pass intended for number 7, Brandon Carter.
It broke into the slot and had the step took a perfect pass. It was a little bit low.
Sean Moore, number 26.
One of the other comments that Coach Hamilton's made recently is that you know, when bad things happen, his kids have to be able to overcome the bad situation, deal with the adversity, and respond. And he's got a great chance to do that tonight. Let's see if they can handle it.
Rolling to his right, throws a pass, almost picked off. Little late getting it over there to Carter.
Brandon Carter.
Nice break on the football by the secondary for Spring Valley. And their defense has definitely picked it up a little bit. They're more aggressive now than they were in the first half, that's for sure.
On the punt, number 18, Bowen Smith, back to receive the kick, number 4.
So it's 4th down, 13 yards.
Albert Turner.
And Bowen Smith back to punt.
Albert Turner, number 4, back to receive the punt.
Gets it off. Sort of a sidewinder.
Just
goes back across the 50, 48-yard line. And that's where Spring Valley will take it over. Now, South Aiken's defense, it's their turn to do.
And they've got to come to life. They've got to make something happen right here. Give their team a lift so their offense can come back on with good field position and maybe get something started the second half. It's been all Spring Valley so far in this half of the ball game.
Spring Valley has 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns in the second half, and they've made it look, quite frankly, fairly easy. Fulton comes in motion on the dive, keeps, does Lee. Lee's going to pick up about 4 yards. Sees to the 47-yard line into Thoroughbred territory.
Ryan Lee on the quarterback keeper.
Second down and 7.
13,
second down and 6.
Number 33,
give him 4 yards.
Reed Bolin. It's a gain of 4. Bring up 2nd and 6 from the South Aiken.
And for a lot of coaches, the original philosophy of this type of offense is if we gain more than 3 yards at a clip, we'll be very happy. We'll just meticulously or methodically take it down the field, and then we'll break one sooner or later for the big score.
Where we talked about South Aiken trying to run the clock in the first half, that's exactly what Spring Valley's going to try to do now. Tiptoeing down the sidelines. And no worse for the wear. Terrell Jackson doesn't look like he's injured. Nice run. Stepped out of bounds. Looks like he stepped out at about the 36-yard line. Another channel off from 1st and 10.
Ball will be placed on the South Aiken 36-yard line.
And the scouting report was correct. They've got 3 or 4 running backs that they are quite happy to give the ball to.
And they spread it around. And they're pretty meticulous, too. There's Fulton in motion. Here's a dive. That goes to Bunch. Bunch is going to pick up about 4 yards. And as Coach just pointed out, you get 4 yards every time, you're going to eventually end up in the end zone.
You're going to keep the football for a long time, and you're going to score.
Tackled on the play by number 13.
2nd and 6. Ball at the 31-yard line.
And a lot of the teams that run this type of offense, they just convince their kids every time you gain 4 yards, it's a win. We've won that battle. Unbalanced formation they've run the last few plays. Strong to the right. And what that does is force the defense to make some sort of an adjustment. And if they mess it up, they're in trouble.
Now that dive play picked up about 3 yards. I think it's going to be
3rd down.
3rd down and 2.
The South Aiken 28-yard line.
And as you pointed out earlier, I'm absolutely positive now this is 4 down territory.
4 down.
Unless they want to practice a field goal, he may be able to kick it this far.
Yeah, he's got a strong leg. Oh, nice defense. Nice defense that time.
I don't believe he got the first down. The quarterback keeps.
Stopped on the play by number 8, Sojourn Gatrell.
Gatrell on the tackle. So it's 4th and 1. Now South Aiken has stopped Spring Valley in the first half.
Yes, they did.
4th
and this could be the thing that gives them a little more inspiration on the sidelines, in the stands, and for the offense. This could be a big stop.
They need to break the momentum. This might be it.
4th down and 2 for the Vikings. They're going to go for it.
The wishbone formation. 2 tight ends. Flip it out there, and he breaks into the clear. He's gone. So the exact opposite of what they needed to do. Instead of 1 yard, he picks up 27. 27-yard run for Fulton.
On the touchdown run.
Fulton's having himself quite a night.
He's a good one, and they had everybody packed inside, probably anticipating a quarterback to keep the ball again or the dive play, and just a simple toss.
R.J. Bacon holding
Fulton
untouched in the end zone.
Fulton ended the first half with a 36-yard run, opened the second half with a 36-yard run for a touchdown. Now a 27-yard run, touchdown, extra points good. 42-26 as Spring Valley has extended their lead here on the Jim Satcher's Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW My 12. We'll be right back.
You can smile.
I love to smile.
I was so pleased that I could get all of my dentistry work done in just one visit.
You can smile.
Painless. That's how I would describe it.
Here at the Center for Dentistry, it has been a wonderful experience. With the comprehensive nature of this office, this one office, I can bring my family here and we can have it all done at one place.
You can smile.
Center for Dentistry, 1391 Silver Bluff Road, Aiken.
We've done this a few times tonight. Another kickoff for Spring Valley. 42-26 is their lead.
This one might be returned. Nope, it's in the end zone again. He had a lower trajectory on that one. I didn't know that would make it that far, but again, no return. They're going to start from the 20-yard line. Makes it tough on the offense. They need an 80-yard drive, and they have been basically just shut down here in the second half. They need a spark. They need something to happen that's good right now.
South Aiken led 26-14 late into the second quarter. Spring Valley did score late, made it 26-21 at the half, and it's been all Spring Valley here in the third quarter. Quick pass to Carter. He's hit very quickly, and the defensive back is number 24, Peyton Pendarvis. He does a good job of getting there and limiting the yardage.
And you see, I think that's the right call. Pendarvis comes up, makes the hit. He never took the player to the ground, but the play was stopped. The official was there and stopped the play. Okay.
Gain of 4 on the play to bring
4-yard gain, second down is 6.
From the 24-yard line.
Now going to go long, and there's Pendarvis. And Pendarvis, actually, I think that Carter went on the defensive side of things.
He did a little bit.
Pass intended for number 7, Brandon Carter, falls incomplete. Defending on the
May
play,
want to try to pick on
number 24,
the other side.
Peyton
We saw
Pendarvis.
Knowles come up with a big catch in the first half using his 6'4" frame.
And he's got basically single coverage over there on him.
There's a little
I like it.
Delayed draw.
I like it.
That's going to be a good run for Roberts. Roberts going to get the first down as he crosses the 52 to 46-yard line. Fans didn't like it, but you got to stop him.
Hey.
He had a head of steam going.
That's right, but I like the call, and it was well executed, and that may be the spark that they needed. That's a big play. Okay, and that's the first good thing that's happened to their offense since the end of the second quarter. Well executed.
That will be the final play of the third quarter. It wasn't a good one for South Aiken. They're glad it's over. We'll go to the fourth quarter. Spring Valley leads 42-26. We'll be right back.
At Specs Vision Center, we are focused on total eye care. Be it our large selection of designer frames, latest and contact lenses, or our great sunglass collection, we have just what you're looking for. Our doctors offer years of experience and use the latest technology to ensure a comprehensive eye examination. Late afternoon and Saturday appointments are available, so if you want the best in eye care, call Specs today at 642-9902.
Fourth quarter getting ready to start. 42-26, Spring Valley leads over South Aiken. Let's go to the sidelines for an Autotech sideline report with Eric.
Hey guys, Saluda is up 31-10 on Midland Valley. Silver Bluff has a 27-24 lead as the third quarter closes in their game, and Strom Thurmond is still up 21-13 on North Augusta.
All right, thanks for the update, Eric.
No problem.
Let's see what South Aiken can do. They do a little bubble screen, and they get good yardage on that. Carter with the catch.
Very nice execution once again. That's good. They got a little spark now. Let's see if they can just continue this. Wouldn't it be something if we get another complete turnaround?
Well, we've had a couple of them in this game already.
Well, I think we've had, what, 28 straight points now for Spring Valley, okay, after being down 26-14 or something like that. Let's see if we can turn it around the other way for the home team here.
It's a first down for the Thoroughbreds.
Spring Valley led early in the game, 14-6. South Aiken turned that around, took the lead 26-14. So
nice throw. There's Knowles. There's Knowles. Yes, indeed.
Inside the 5, down to the 2.
Tackle on the play.
We're going to spot him at the 3-yard line, so it'll bring up Chandler Law Firm first and goal at the 3. And this is a nice pass.
It sure is. Well thrown. You know, one of the things Coach Hamilton said earlier this week was he was having some fun on the sidelines last week, and he thought that kids responded to that. Let's let them have a little fun right here.
Needless to say, that was the play before.
There's some fun. Yes, indeed.
There's Richardson with good blocking. Goes in untouched into the end zone. So South Aiken gets the fourth quarter started, gets points on the board. They'll go for 2, and they'll need these 2 points. They've yet to kick an extra point, at least tonight. They were successful on a 2-point conversion to tie the game at 14. Let's see what they do here.
No, I like it. Take it in there.
Bowen Smith dives for the end zone touchdown.
There you go.
Bowen Smith gets the 2-point conversion. That's big. It cuts it to 42-34.
That's
a one-possession
game. I like that formation that they've run. I don't know what they call it. I would call it an A formation. I know some teams have called it an A formation. And it gives you 2 blocking backs up there for Richardson and or their quarterback. And here we go. Nice, good fake in there by Bowen Smith, and takes it in for the 2-point conversion. That was a spark. Now we need some defense.
That's up to South Aiken's defense to come make a stop and see what the offense can do on putting 8 points on the board.
Back to receive the kick for the Vikings.
Well, they came out of the doldrums here. That's a nice drive. That looks like they did early in this ball game.
That's Tansy Richardson's 3rd touchdown of the game. He also has a 2-point conversion. And that woke the crowd back up, and the energy level is picked up here in the Stomping Grounds.
I'm hearing the band again. I see the cheerleaders with a little more pep. The fans are on their feet. Let's come right back and get all the way back in this game. Smart.
Kick, and they got it. South Aiken has it.
Outstanding.
Recovered by number 4.
Spring Valley standing around now. Now it's turned around. Everything goes. This has been an interesting game.
There have been some huge momentum swings here, and I mean that's great. Good coaching decision, well executed.
Well, look at the replay of that. It looked like afterward, like Spring Valley had never seen such a thing as an onside kick before.
Well, I don't know. And
that was just the reaction of the kids as we look at this real quick.
I'll tell you what.
They're running back away from the ball. That guy catches it before they can get it.
That's good.
All right, here we go. Richardson outside, got one man, he beats him.
Yes, indeed.
Inside to the 41-yard line. He'll bring up a second down and 2.
Now the shoe's on the other foot. Spring Valley is saying, what is going on here? How did this happen? We had things under control here, and now they got to hold on.
To bring up 2nd and 2.
Absolutely amazing.
42-yard line.
3 split wide to the right, 1 to the left. Going to roll to the right. Now
another good play.
That's Roberts. Roberts going to pick up the first down and more out to the down to the 34-yard line.
Brought down on the play by number
as they go inside 30. The 35.
Paul Stokes.
Like a lot of the things that the coaches have asked the kids to do here.
Thoroughbred.
Of course, they all look good when they work.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. 34-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Thoroughbreds from the 34-yard line.
Going to roll to his right. Smith going to run.
Smart decision. Smart decision. Nothing there. Pick up what you can. Live to fight another day.
Gets out of bounds. Didn't pick up much, but didn't lose anything.
That's right. Didn't lose anything. They still have the football.
Maybe got a yard. Second down and 9.
14. Justin Haynes.
10 minutes left to go in the ball game.
1 on the play.
This could be interesting down here to the left side of the formation.
They've got Richardson out here in the slot.
Richardson and Knowles.
Now Smith going to run into the 30-yard line.
On the keeper.
He's going to be about 4 yards short of the first down.
And I don't think he saw him, but that time Bowen Smith had Knowles on a little slant pattern or quick post, and he had his man beat right in the middle of the field.
Well, the defender for Spring Valley is stepping up to come get Dancy Richardson because they're going to try to take that away, and that's what's going to open up that slant. All right. South Aiken going to take a timeout on the field. They're going to talk about it. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll be right back and see what South Aiken does with this third down play coming up.
10 p.m. They deliver.
Calling all college football fans, Unique Expressions has everything you need for game day, including collegiate apparel, accessories, tailgating items, even Yeti coolers. Shop a variety of South Carolina, Clemson, and Georgia gear. We have something for every fan. And that's not all. Unique Expressions offers on-site embroidery, vinyl lettering, and an array of personalized gifts. Find the perfect gift for any occasion and shop brands like Spartina, Vera Bradley, Ridley Pulitzer, Jack Rogers, Simply Southern, Tyler Candle Company, and so much more. Stop in today. Unique Expressions, 1521 Whiskey Road in Mitchell Shopping Center in Aiken, South Carolina.
Insist on University.
All right, third down and 5.
6 for the Thoroughbreds.
2 split wide to the left, 2 to the right. One back in the backfield is Roberts. Well, Smith comes into a pile now. He comes outside. He's going to pick up the first down. Turns inside. He's got more. Down to the 5.
Now, you know, we've seen the running backs do that tonight. We've seen Fulton for the Vikings. We've seen Richardson do it. Okay, and the quarterback is now taking his chance. That's an outstanding run. He was stopped cold in the backfield. Okay, there was nothing there. Okay, bounces out and makes something huge. Tremendous effort.
It's one of those plays where you stop and you go,
there's nothing there.
Oh, yeah.
Catch me if you can, and you can't.
So Smith takes over, gets down inside the 10 to the 5. First and goal. Handoff outside. He's got it. Room to run. He does. Richardson in the end zone touchdown. His 4th touchdown of the night.
Absolutely remarkable turnaround again. What a football game. This is great. I think we're going to see that A formation.
If you folks at home could have heard us talking in between the 3rd and 4th quarter of, oh, wow. And here we go. Couldn't ask for more than this. 2-point conversion coming. 9 minutes exactly left on the clock. And South Aiken will try to tie this ball game
This formation has been effective for them. They need it one more time right now.
He's going to keep throwing.
Oh, he's wide open.
2-point conversion is converted.
Hey,
South Aiken comes all the way back and ties it at 42.
Yeah, what great execution, okay? And I love the fact they've got a series of football plays coming off that formation, okay? Blocking back for the tailback to carry the football, the option play with the quarterback, and now you fake the run and you got a receiver wide open, nobody near him, perfectly thrown. Tremendous comeback by South Aiken. Woo!
We take a look at it again. This is the touchdown, of course.
Tansy Richardson, the coach says he was having some fun last week. Well, Tansey's having some fun tonight again. All right, that is a tremendous effort. And here we go, what I call their A formation, and nobody near the receiver. Tremendous. Okay, and that was Roberts on the catch, I believe.
Back to receive the kick.
So the improbable has happened.
It has
two
indeed.
Touchdowns and two-point conversion, 16 points on the board, and they have erased a 16-point deficit. Has South Aiken. So let's see what they have up their sleeves this time. I think Spring Valley was ready for the onside kick. Now this would work just as well, but there's Spring Valley picking it up and running with it, which they were ready. And they will have great field position at the 48-yard line. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10.
And that's true. Kevin Owens did a nice job on that little pooch kick. But once I love the call, okay? They had tried the onside kick. Here they're just taking the ball with a little pooch kick over the first 5 people. If Owens had not made an absolutely wonderful play on that, coming up and fielding it like an infielder or outfielder, they may have recovered that ball too. So they gave him good field position, but they're playing to win. I love the call.
So here comes Spring Valley. Now things have changed. The momentum all the way back on South Aiken's side. And the defense rises up, stops the dive play, does pick up good yardage, picks up 3.
Now, if the defense isn't ready to play now, they'll never be ready to play. They got to suck it up right now, and they've got to make a stop.
Jamonte Martin, the number 30.
Second down, 7 yards. As they got the ball into Thoroughbred territory. Says Jackson in motion. Jackson gets
there.
The ball.
It is.
He's tackled for a big loss. Number 21 is DeAndre Dix. And what a play by Dix to come up and not only lose yardage out behind the original line of scrimmage. He lost 4 yards, 3rd down and 11.
I'll tell you what, that may be the defensive play right there that they had to have to win this football game. And there's a lot of time left on the clock, but that was huge.
I would say this will be the play that they need to win the ball game. Get the ball back, 7:41 left to go, this clock runs.
The fans are into it now, a little noise here.
They roll under pressure. South Aiken lets him get away. He's going to run and be run out of bounds short of the first down. Picked up the lost yardage.
Here will be an interesting call.
Number 21, DeAndre Hicks.
Ball's at the 47. I believe it's going to bring up 4th down and 5, a long 5.
Looks like they're discussing it on the other sideline. What are we going to do, guys?
South Aiken 47-yard line.
Do we have a penalty over there?
I don't believe so. I think the coaches are deciding what to do.
Yeah.
I believe they'll punt, try to play field position, and that is what they'll do. They've got a fine punter. This Bacon kid can kick.
He's terrific. There's no question. He's one of the best we've seen this year for sure.
Surely he won't give Tansy Richardson a chance to return it, but that's who's deep to receive for South Aiken.
Are you suggesting that he'll punt it out of bounds?
I would think if I'm punting, the coach, he's the coach's son. He probably said, son, kick that thing out of bounds. And he kicked it high and toward the boundary. It's going to be down around the 10-yard line. So South Aiken has the ball, 7:13 left to go in the ball game, with the ball and a chance to win this ball game.
And what more could, 5 minutes ago, if you said, we're going to give you the ball, with 7 minutes to go, and the game's going to be tied, they'd have thought you were crazy, okay, number one, but they'd be more than willing to do that. Now let's see if they can keep this offense up.
I think you just told us.
Yes. And apparently Landon Washington got benched.
And not sure whether everybody heard that or whether we're the only ones that heard it, but Strom Thurmond is up 28-13. Landon Washington has gone to the bench.
Nancy Richardson
now, Smith on his little pump fake there had me fooled. Like, where are you going with that?
Well, that's a good start to this drive, actually. What did he pick up?
Dive. He picks up about 3.
I thought he picked up more than that, but okay.
Second down, 7.
Positive yardage down inside your own 10-yard line. That's okay.
Big for South Aiken to pick up the first down here. Richardson gets outside. He's going to get the first down. Makes the man miss. And, man, he is the best at doing that. He can do a spin move and come out of it running full speed. They're fortunate they caught him.
That reminds me of the move that Braxton Miller made for Ohio State earlier in this season.
It's very similar.
It's very and the 360-degree turn. You don't often see that.
When Braxton Miller made that play, I said, that looks like Tansy Richardson. That's the same thing Tansy does. And he's a junior, folks. He'll be around for a whole nother year. Little dive play up the middle goes nowhere. That'll bring up second down and 10.
Well, let's take a little pause to catch our breath there on that play, okay? That one went nowhere. Everybody calm down. The fans are quiet. Everybody's, just relaxing for a second.
The gain of a yard.
It's actually, from a standpoint of running plays, as long as you don't lose yardage, we get to look at Tansy do this 360 again. And again, he is excellent at doing this, planning, and coming up running full speed again.
There it is. That was open. Oh!
Hit him in the hands, couldn't bring it down.
It was just a tad behind him, okay, but that was that play that we had talked about earlier that was wide open, and wow, would that have been a spark? Whew.
That'll bring up 3rd and 10.
So 3rd down 10, big play coming up for South Aiken here, because they're still pretty deep.
Watch for that draw.
Territory.
Watch for the draw they ran earlier. I wouldn't be surprised.
Might be a screen. It is a screen pass. And they're ready for it. Spring Valley runs him out of bounds about the 31-yard line. He's going to be about 3 yards short of the first down.
And it wasn't bad execution on that. They had the people there for the blockers, but a good defensive job, frankly, by Spring Valley. They had a couple guys that saw the screen and played it pretty well.
Tackled on the play by number 26, Keenan Reed.
We got an injured player over on the side.
We have an injury timeout.
Replay. This was the pass to Knowles. Just close, nice window. A little bit behind.
Catchable, but a little bit behind.
All right. Not sure whether they're waiting for the player.
At about 4 yards.
I believe Roberts is the injured player in the Aiken Regional Medical Center injury timeout, and they're going to send the players to the bench. It's an official timeout until they tend to the injured players.
Yeah, and they should do that.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with this injury timeout from Aiken Regional Medical Center.
You finally found your dream home, but it needs a few tweaks. New windows, vinyl siding, maybe a sunroom. Who do you call to do the job right? Since 1963, Bates & Sons has been proud to offer quality products for your home, installed with unsurpassed workmanship. Check out our latest jobs on Facebook, and you could win one of our monthly giveaways. Visit our showroom on Vaucluse Road or call 803-648-3581.
All right. Injured players Roberts, he is up.
And they're going for it.
South Aiken.
Wow.
The line's up. This is a big play. Not sure whether this is. Oh, they got
it.
To jump. I was going to say there's no way they're going for it at this point of the field. They get the offsides call, walk it off 5 yards, 1st and 10. That's the play of the game at this point. Oh, and here comes a flag.
They're going to get the coach too. This is going to be a big. This is going to be a big play.
This is going to be 15 more yards added on to the 5 yards. This is going to be a 20-yard walk-off.
I think so. That coach was well on the field.
And I'm sure he's saying that the quarterback running to the line of scrimmage was an illegal motion, but the quarterback can come up to the line of scrimmage. Offsides against Spring Valley is the call. Now the 15-yard
15 more.
Unsportsmanlike
conduct.
So that's huge. That's a 20-yard walk-off. I understand the coach being upset. Don't give the other team 15 yards, but that gets them
first down
to midfield, 50-yard line. 5:33 left to go in the ball game. South Aiken pulls off maybe another miracle. Rolling to his right. Oh, he dropped the ball. Now picks it up and going to go down. Probably the smart thing to do. Going to lose 10 yards on that play. That was going to be the cross.
That was going to be the draw. It definitely was going to be the draw. It has been very effective. Didn't quite catch it there. I'll tell you what. That play on the fake punt where he just ran up to the line of scrimmage, that was well executed too. I mean, and that doesn't happen by accident. I mean, they got to practice that. They did it perfectly, got what they wanted. Let's see if they can recover from this setback here. They've overcome the adversity that the coach wanted them to better than anybody could have expected. Let's see if they can continue.
2nd down and 20. Dropping back to pass. It's another screen pass. He's got Tansy Richardson. He's got some people in front of him. He gets out of it. He's in open field. He cuts across. He's and gone. 20, 10, 5. South Aiken has the lead. Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. That's another great call. Holy mackerel.
Time out on the field.
They may get a penalty now for unnecessary or over-exuberant celebration. Yep, the flag is down, but the touchdown will count.
It's a legal block in the back.
No, don't tell me that.
That is the call the referee made. It was called around the 15-yard line, so it's going to call it back, and that had to be trailing the play.
Yeah, absolutely, and we talked about that earlier, okay, how you've got to, the guy is 10 yards in front of everybody. Don't touch anybody.
So take the points off the board.
Oh, man.
Now, all of this is crazy. The whole thing is nuts. It's still 1st and 10. South Aiken retains the ball. And now going to run off more time on the clock. It could work to their advantage.
I'll tell you what, great execution on that screen play. And Richardson, terrific effort. Terrific effort.
All right, spread formation. Quick pass outside. This is Knowles. Knowles turns inside to the 16.
Held on to that one. Nice play.
To number 88 is Alara Knowles. He's tackled on the play by number
I don't care what happens the rest of this ball game. This is one of the best games we've ever broadcast. It's amazing.
It's great from the score point of view, but man, it's had some crazy twists and turns.
The ball is at the Vikings 17-yard line.
Including my cough medicine kicking in. All right. 2 right, 2 left in the spread. Now Smith, that's a busted play. Richardson went to the
that
pitch.
Could be. Yeah, I knew he was going to get it. He's taunting. You can't do that, and it's just silly, but he did it, and that was obvious.
Tackled on the play by number 65.
Spring Valley.
Brown.
It's just amazing. The penalties. It's unsportsmanlike on Spring Valley. That'll bring half the distance to the goal. And we'll watch the replay. This is just a busted play. Well, no, I think he was actually.
I think it was a called play. And now that's a great defensive play. The kid beats all the blockers, makes a great tackle, and now
to the goal.
It's exactly right.
And that'll be a first down.
That's just crazy.
But on the other hand, the kid's excited. He made a decent. I mean, he made a great play. He could have saved the ball game for him, and now he's going to get penalized. You know, that's
he watches
that's
them do that on TV,
well,
and that's where they get it from, which is no excuse.
Yeah.
But well, I'll tell you, who was great in that was Bowen Smith ignoring it.
You see the size of that guy? That was
yeah,
on top?
well, I would ignore him too. But now there's the first time that we've seen the handoff 33 Reed Boland. Reed's in there. I don't know whether Richardson is just completely exhausted from the long run.
And that was a nice catch by Bowen Smith. That snap was high. Not only did he catch the ball well, but he got the handoff. That's tough because the guy was already flying past him.
Chris Roberts is on the table. He's hurt. Tansy Richardson not in the game. Clock down to 3:05. Handoff again to Boland. Boland.
Look at this. Look at this.
Zone touchdown. Reed Boland. He hadn't touched the ball until the last two plays.
And he was hit, squared up hit, bounced off, takes it into the end zone. That's effort. Okay, outstanding effort by a kid who wants to win this football game. Terrific job. Now, unbelievable comeback.
South Aiken will take a timeout and talk about what to do here on this extra point conversion. There's no way you kick this. Go out
no,
there.
they can't kick it. They gotta run that A formation and get it in again.
The question is Tansy Richardson, what is his status? He sat out that series of plays. Let's take a look at the replay of the touchdown by Reed Boland.
Whack. He should be down. No, no, no. I'm not going down.
He's like your typical fullback.
Very good.
I got to believe Richardson is in the huddle somewhere. Don't see him anywhere else. He's not on the bench.
Boland's going back in there. Okay, number 33.
Richardson's going back out on the field, so Richardson's back in the game. Again, Roberts was who you were showing on the bench, who is hurt and won't be back. So it's a different formation. It's not the A formation.
No, this is slightly different.
And now here comes a flag.
Now we got trouble.
Penalty marker on the field.
That coach better stay off the field too. Here we go, timeout.
Timeout. South Aiken called another timeout, I believe, rather than get a delay. I have a feeling they wave off the flag.
Penalty is waved
off. That's another interesting that they called timeout. And I'm going to say he must have started the 25 seconds while they were still over here on the bench talking over the play. And that was smart to realize that the time was running down. Now this is a big two-point conversion. Again, South Aiken has missed all of their one-point kick tries. They have been successful on two-point conversions, so they'll go ahead and try to extend this to 8 points. There's 2 minutes and 59 seconds, so plenty of time. And we've seen so many turnarounds of momentum in this game, nothing would surprise me at this point. Okay. Now they go with a different formation.
Yeah, I think they're going to do something over on the right-hand side there.
Roll back to the right. He's going to do a wheel route, and the wheel route is tipped away. Tried to come back into the end zone.
11, Eli Bentley.
Eli Bentley, who we haven't called his name tonight, was the intended receiver. Fell incomplete. So here we are, just under 3 minutes left to go in the ball game. 48-42. We will say this: the kicker is the coach's son. If it comes down to an extra point, I do believe he hadn't missed one tonight.
No, I think he'll make the extra point if it comes down to that. It'll be interesting to see where Coach Hamilton has his kicker kick this football. Okay, they have given up good field position on those little pooch kicks. When they've attempted to kick it deep, they do not have the ability to kick it in the end zone, I don't believe. So that means they're going to give that ball to Fulton or one of the good running backs, and they've made nice runs. So this is a big decision too. And he's made a lot of right decisions, a lot of good decisions tonight. We'll see what this one is.
Well, the onside kick, which they recovered, plus the little pooch kick just a minute ago, has Spring Valley coming up.
Now, see, I'd kick it away now because they're not playing deep at all. He can kick it that far, I would think.
I would kick deep too. Let's see what they do. Spring Valley's up for an onside kick. He kicks a hard line drive.
That's a smart call. Smart call.
Around, picks it up.
Now you got to make a tackle. You got to make a tackle.
And they will, and they'll get him around the 30-yard line. That is the best kickoff coverage of the night.
And that's the worst field position they've given him on their kickoff, so that's good.
On the return, tackled on the
All right, let's go down for an Autotech sideline report. Eric, can you stand it?
This game is getting crazy, and over in North Augusta, Strom Thurmond is up 35-15 after another Gilchrist touchdown.
Wow.
And
unbelievable.
Saluda is about to walk away with a 37-17 win over Midland Valley.
That one not quite as surprising.
No, that's not surprising at all.
North Augusta game, very surprising. No, they'll be upset on their new field over there. All right. Thank you. Here we go. This is a pass. He's looking to pass. He's not going to get it off. And he's tackled over around the 30-yard line. I do believe that was a halfback pass coming there.
Looks like it, and the coach thinks so too. He's talking to a couple of his defensive backs. Now I wonder if the South Aiken kids have seen that hook and ladder play that Spring Valley ran. This is where you might see that come back to life.
Give him 1 yard on the play.
Gain of 1 yard.
Second down and 9.
Excuse me, bring up second down and 9 from the 31-yard line.
South Aiken wants the victory. They're going to have to stop them on defense. Back to pass up in the air. That was a free ball.
Deflected, knocked down.
They come up with it. The game would be over, but
the 31-yard line.
Ball's incomplete, so it's third down and 9. And this is, if you got that flea flicker, do you do it now?
They'll probably go a little bit deep into their playbook. They need something special here.
Now, didn't you say it was the coach's son,
yes.
Bacon, 84?
Yep.
He is not on the field. Send a man in motion. Going to roll that way. Rolling to his left. Stops. He's going to come up short of the first down, very short, as he gets across the 35 to the 36. Needs to get to the 39.
And the clock is running. Now they get a
timeout on the field. And I would guess that would be Spring Valley calling the timeout. It is
I think so.
2:29 left, plenty of time, but it is fourth and 3.
Fourth down.
A long 3.
And give South Aiken credit. In the third quarter, it didn't look like they could stop anybody on defense. And they've come to life here in the fourth quarter and played pretty sound defense.
Well, and to their credit, I will tell you this. The special teams did it, the offense did it, and when they had to make the stop, the last time Spring Valley had the ball, they came up with the big stop. They get another chance to make a big stop right here.
48-42. It's fourth down and 3. It's a long 3, maybe closer to 4. They stack it up. We'll see what they come up. They send the man in motion. They flip it back. Looking for a hole. He's got the first down. He's hit hard, but he got enough as he got to the 40, crosses the 40, and Spring Valley stays alive.
6, Terrell Jackson on the
Chandler
carry,
Law Firm, first and 10.
By number 21,
and that play was well played by both teams. A gutsy call. A little toss has been good to them a few times tonight. Pretty well defended by South Aiken, but it was a short yardage situation. They were able to pick up the first.
Drops back, looks to pass, under pressure, rolls out of the pocket. Throws it down, it's up in the air. That's not close to anybody in particular.
Ryan Lee's pass intended for number 7.
He may have just thrown it away.
Complete.
Number 7, Kevin Owens, was over there in that area. 2nd down and 10.
From the Vikings,
and again, plenty of time.
41-yard line.
Clock is not an issue. I know that Spring Valley's used 1 timeout. I think they've got 2. I think it's the only timeout that they've used. The scoreboard here doesn't keep up with that for us.
If they have to run the football, the clock will become an issue very quickly. If they continue to throw it, then they can get more plays off if they complete them.
Now rolling to his right. He's under pressure. He's dragged out of bounds. Sacked. South Aiken comes up with a huge play. Tanner Batchelor.
13, Tanner Batchelor.
And because of what happened earlier in the ball game, Tanner's got to control himself a little bit here too. Don't get a taunting call here.
So it's back to the 36-yard line. 2nd down, 15 yards for the 1st down. Man in motion. Now a flag comes out. I believe that's going to be either a legal shift or procedure. He says procedure. And now that's the first procedure call of the night on either one of the teams.
Yeah, generally speaking, the only real fouls that we've had have been pretty obvious. A couple on the special teams and
well, some crazy ones.
Some crazy ones. That's right.
We'll bring up 3rd down and 20.
So he walks it off.
From the 31
5 yards. 3rd down and 20. Now timeout called.
Timeout.
And that should be their last one, isn't it?
I'm not sure. Did South Aiken call the timeout?
No.
Then Spring Valley called it. I believe they've got one more.
Hey, South Aiken fans.
1:21 left to go.
South Aiken Lady T-Breds volleyball.
This is an interesting situation. I don't think the Spring Valley bread and butter is throwing the football.
That's obvious. They do it infrequently, and they do not do it with precision. Let's put it that way.
From a defensive point of view, would you still just play the run?
No, I would make sure that we've got to respect the throw here. Okay, you know, you got to have your defensive backs ready to play a pass. I mean, we do have 3rd and 20.
And as we talk about the flea flicker play that's infamous, was run to the coach's son, the kicker. He's not on the field. Man in motion. Goes to the left. Now he's under pressure. Going to flip it out there real quick. Not going to go very far. This time they're not going to let him stand there. Wait for the official to blow his whistle. Now Spring Valley uses their last timeout. It's going to be 4th and very long. So they picked up about 3 yards. It'll bring up 4th and at least 17, maybe 18. So it's 1:14 left to go in the ball game. Again, rather remarkable.
It's a remarkable football game. It's a remarkable turnaround. Great effort. Really some outstanding plays by players on both sides.
We went to the 4th quarter with Spring Valley having all the momentum and ahead 42-26. South Aiken roared back and is up 48-42 and has a long 4th and 18 yards for the 1st down. And there's a jailbreak and he's down and it's going to be turned over. I believe he may even fumbled it.
Fumble on the exchange.
John Trez Glatton came up with the ball running across the field, and that's going to be, whether it's a turnover or on a fumble or a turnover on downs, I don't think it matters to South Aiken at all. They had the ball, And no timeouts for Spring Valley.
And this will be the victory formation, and somebody better be 20 yards deep behind here just in case, because we've seen some bizarre things. 28 points in a row for Spring Valley, now 22 points in a row for South Aiken to win the football game.
Bowen takes the snap, takes a knee.
Run, clock, run.
He needs to do that
2 more times.
I think the fans are standing around somewhat stunned.
Well, this has got to be the best victory that South Aiken has had in at least the last 6 years. At least the last, maybe more.
Well, the victory last year against Strom Thurmond here was a pretty big win.
That was. It was but even that one, I don't think compares to what they've done tonight, what these kids did tonight.
It was a come-behind win. It was big at the time. I can remember Jeremy West. It may have been the biggest win in his career at that particular point. But this is huge for Coach Hamilton. You got to feel good for him. That's the last snap. The clock will tick off. And South Aiken, improbable as it might seem, is going to come out of here with the win.
The final score tonight from the Stomping Grounds, South Aiken 48.
A team that only won 2 games last year. Just their second win of the season, and can feel pretty good about themselves as they go forward into the playoffs.
I mean, this can be a season changer right here. That gives them some confidence, some excitement. Things will be happier in the school this week, I can promise you that. The parents are going to be happier, the players are going to be happier, the coaches are going to be happier. Hamilton wanted to enjoy things, have a little fun. He did it.
They actually have a home game next week against Colleton County, and that'll be a winnable game before they start at River Bluff on October the 9th, and that'll be conference games. That game will be a tough game for them, River Bluff, but in the meantime, they can get a little momentum going, and certainly Bowen Smith, Tansy Richardson bring something to the table that really, really gives his team a chance.
It's exciting, and they did a great job. And let's not get too carried away. They've got some things to work on. Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, but they're great on certain special teams, not so good on some other things special team-wise that they got to shore up. Okay, defensively, they still have some work to do. My goodness, they gave up 42 points tonight again. You know, their teams are averaging over 40 points against them now. But it is a great win for South Aiken High School tonight.
It's nice to see the students come out and celebrate with them. South Aiken sometimes is very, very laid back about their football team, and it's nice that the kids are excited about it, and they have every right to be excited about winning a game like this, where it's improbable, but you hang in there. And you made the comment earlier about how much improvement this team had made, and quite frankly, the Midland Valley game we were here, I wondered whether they'd win another game.
Yeah.
At that point in time. Of course, Bowen Smith wasn't playing.
That's right.
And he does make a heck of a difference as the quarterback.
He sure does, and I think you can see it, and I'm a big advocate of this, and I think we saw it in the game tonight. When they wanted to throw the ball, South Aiken could do that. When they wanted to throw the ball, they could run the football when they wanted to run it. You can't say the same about Spring Valley. When they had to throw the football, okay, they were not as effective, okay, and obviously that's not a big part of their scheme. They don't want to throw it very much, but the ability to do both is very, very helpful.
And that is the difference. South Aiken can throw the ball. Smith was the leading passer in the county.
That's right.
In the area last year.
And they have some receivers.
And when I talked to Coach Hamilton in the preseason up here at Dakota Watson's camp, he said that Bowen Smith was a good quarterback. He said he will not get as many yards passing as he did this past year because we're going to run the football.
Yeah.
And I think we saw that tonight. He can pass when he needs to pass.
That's right.
And then the running game is right there. So let's not even go to a break. Let's go down to the field where Eric is standing by with an Autotech sideline report, and he's with Coach Hamilton, maybe?
Yes, I am.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's how you drew it up, wasn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, that's how we planned it.
When you and I sat in this booth and talked about the season coming up at Dakota Watson's camp, this was exactly what we had in mind.
Yeah, I'd like to go ahead and be able to put it away a little earlier, but I'll take it, man. It's a good feeling. It's good for these kids. They're still believing in what we're doing, and that's important.
It showed, and it shows the improvement that you've made since the last time we were here with the Midland Valley game.
Well, we were a little understaffed right there, so. But yeah, these kids they just fight their tail off, so I'm happy with them. They believe in the weight room, they believe in what we do, and I think it showed right there.
All right, and Coach, this is Coach Brace up here in the booth also, and
hey, Coach.
I got two things for you. Number one, I thought you called, and maybe you or your coordinators, you called a ball game tonight where you pulled out a lot of stops, you tried a lot of gutsy things, and your kids have got to learn from that you play to win every time you step on the field, and that's huge. That was a terrific coaching job by you and your staff tonight.
Well, my staff, we've had really 2 good weeks. Last week the scheme they put together was really good, and Coach Collins, who's our offensive coordinator, he did a great job. Staying within the system and doing things how we want to do it, and trusting the run and throwing when we need to.
Yeah.
And that's the thing we got to do.
It was terrific. And then the second thing, you were quoted in the newspaper as saying you had some fun last week on the sideline. Well, if you didn't have fun tonight, your heart's not beating. I hope you do have fun. I hope you enjoy the weekend. That's all I'm going to say to you. Great job.
Thank you. It was a good time. I told Eric, I said this right before it was over. I said this is pretty fun right here.
Yes, indeed it is. It's got to be.
And I tell you what, you have one of the, if not the best running backs in the area. Tansy Richardson is a special player. He had 5 touchdowns tonight in a 2-point or maybe 2 2-point conversions. What a night for Tansy.
Yeah, he's I think people thought I was silly when I said he reminded me a lot of Shaq, but he does a lot of things. We put him on defense some and trying to find some different ways to get him the ball, and he's doing a good job. He ran the ball really hard tonight.
Yeah, you said that when we were talking, and now that I've seen him play a couple of times, he has that Shaq type of that spin, that 360 where he comes out and he's in full speed in one step on a 360 move.
Yeah.
That's kind of special. I'm sure you taught him that, right?
Yeah, well, that don't have nothing to do with coaching. I tell Coach Z all the time, our running backs coach, I said, it's sometimes it's good to have one of those positions that you just got a special kid, and that's what he is. And Bowen is too. I got a bunch of good special kids.
And I was just going to say, and Bowen Smith, hey, what a job he did tonight in running their offense.
Yeah, he managed the game well, did what we asked him to do, and he does some great things, and sometimes things will make you want to pull your hair out if I had any, but he also does some great things, and he's a great leader out there, and he's our general.
And the thing that is interesting about Bowen is he doesn't seem to get too upset when something goes wrong. You can tell he's upset. He's mad at himself, like the big loss back here on the mishandled handoff on the draw. But he didn't let it get to him, and he comes back and throws that screen to Tansy, and Tansy takes off.
Well, I mean, that's just kind of what we tell our kids all the time. We tell them all that. You just can't stay in those valleys too long. Get on the peak and stay there, and I think we're starting to learn that, and that's good.
It's easy to tell them, though.
Well, it is.
And it's fun to watch. And I tell you, he's a field general. He turns around and throws up 2 fingers to go to 2 when most people would be running off the field.
Right.
There's not many kids around that do that.
Well, if we get the kicking game right, maybe we won't have to go for 2 all the time.
That's true. That's something to work on. Eric, we're taking all your questions.
Hey, I just have a couple for you. Were you really going to go for it there on the 4th and 3 down on your 30?
No. I said we're gonna punt it if this don't work. We're gonna punt it. I'm risky, but I ain't that risky.
I was just getting out of my mouth. There's no way he's going for this.
All right.
So that was a great call.
I'll be honest with you. That Bowen said, "Hey, coach, can we do that thing where I just get under and after we call devil?" And so that's what he did. So
it worked.
And also, when I spoke with you back at the spring game, you said you were hoping for Zalaire Knowles to come out and have a big,
he finally showed up. That was good, man. He did some good things tonight. Our receivers are coming along. That's kind of what we've been waiting on.
All right, I appreciate it, Coach.
All right.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you, man. This is good. Thank y'all for what y'all do for us.
All right, well, thank you.
All
We're glad you got the win.
All right, thank you.
All right. That's a happy coach.
It is a happy coach. He deserves to be happy. And the kids have got to be happy, too. Everybody's got to be happy. It's happy right here in South Aiken.
Yeah, that's right. All right, I think we've got a couple of the players to talk to as well. And Bowen Smith, the winning quarterback, is going to join us here. And Bowen, congratulations. What's it feel like?
Man, it feels great. You know, finally get that big second win under our belt. It's a surreal feeling.
Hey, you know, you've been through a lot here at South Aiken and gone through a lot of the ups and downs, and I've seen it a lot over the years myself. And to watch y'all pull this thing out, it's a great feeling.
It really is. You know, we've been progressively getting better each week, you know, just not putting games together. You know, Midland Valley had the real good second half and strong throw when we couldn't finish in the fourth. But tonight, you know, we faced some adversity, and in the fourth quarter, man, that's what we worked all summer for. We pulled through, and it's a great feeling. And
Bowen, this is Coach Brace up here, and just want to say, you know, you can throw the ball. We all knew that from last year. Okay, you can run the football. We've seen that. But what I like to see tonight, and I really mean this, you were a warrior out there too. You kept your heart in it, and you kept fighting. And I think you rallied your team, you know, a couple times when things were looking a little iffy. And that's a fantastic comeback, and the quarterback is the general, and you were that general tonight. Congratulations.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Okay.
It means a lot.
And Bowen, I saw you down there on the sideline kind of getting on some of your guys, telling them to keep their head up. What's it like to be that kind of leader on the sideline? What were you kind of telling them when you got down big there?
Well, you know, the old culture here, you know, when things go wrong, everybody points fingers at everybody, and it's somebody else's fault. It's never yourself's fault. But, you know, when things get tough, they need somebody to look to, and that's what I take pride in here at South Aiken, is being that guy they can look to. And, you know, when we get our heads down, that can't happen. That's not going to win us ball games. So, you know, just picking yourself up when you're down, because you're going to face adversity in a football game. So, you know, just getting back up after we're in dumps. You know, like Coach Hamilton says, stay on the peaks as high as you can and stay in the lowies, the valleys as short as you can. So.
All right, and Coach just told us that you were the one that called for that fake not really fake there, but the hard count there at the end to draw them off sides.
Yeah.
What led to you wanting to do that?
Well, I know they'd been kind of jumpy all night, you know, and they were starting to get up on our count. So I just did the regular shotgun cadence. They didn't jump, and I said, Coach, we need to go under center because they think we're going to QB sneak it, because it was, I think, like 2 or 3 yards left. And I thought their thinking was going to go short, and they did, and we got them, and it was just a fun time.
All right.
That was a great call. That was, and that's the way to think. And I was just telling your coach, you don't get rattled. If you make a mistake, you know you made a mistake. Forget it. Go to the next play. You do that very well.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it, and we'll get your teammate Tansy, I think, is out there.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, congratulations. We'll see you later in the season.
Yes, sir. Thank you a lot.
All right. And James, you got the MVP ready to roll? Go for it.
Hi, I'm Dr. Tal Wilkins.
And I'm Dr. Brooke Ussery with the Center for Dentistry.
We, along with Aiken Standard Television, would like to congratulate the most valuable player of the game.
Congratulations.
All right, thank you, doctors. And when you score 5 touchdowns in a game and I think a couple of 2-point conversions, how many did you have, Dancy? 2-point conversions?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so 7 times in the end zone, you're going to be the MVP, Bo. That was an outstanding performance, man.
Thank you.
All right.
Kind of were able to kind of got going a little bit there early on, and then later on you started to break bigger runs. And what was that first kick return like? What was the mindset like on that?
My coach was just telling us that he got a big leg, and they showing muff the kick, and I was just seeing it was my opportunity because he got a big leg, and it was the only chance I can get. So I try to do what I can do.
So was the plan for Kitchens to let the ball go through and bounce, and you'd pick it up and take off running?
No, sir.
It worked out pretty well, didn't it?
Yes, sir.
It was perfect. I had a perfect hop, and you took it to the house, and then it just started the night for you as far as it goes. You know, when you're making these 360-degree spins, and you do it often enough that there's no luck about it. When did you learn that you could do that?
Just growing up, my favorite player was always Reggie Bush, and I just always wanted to have my play style like him, so I just studied him as growing up. I just followed in his footsteps.
Yeah, not many people. You know, I can watch Reggie, but I sure couldn't do that. Those are some special talents that you have.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Tansy, let me add my congratulations also. You had 5 touchdowns tonight and a couple extra points. That's more touchdowns and extra points than most high school football players have in a season and maybe in their whole career. And one of the things that I love to see, you've got a special talent. You've been blessed with that, and you use it very, very well. And I wish you good luck the rest of the season. Hope you guys continue to be as exciting as you were tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Congratulations.
All right, that's our MVP for tonight, Tansy Richardson, as the Thoroughbreds storm back from being down 42-26 and win 48-42. Eric, you got any final comments?
I do not have anything right now, but I do know that the North Augusta game ended up being a 35-13 victory for Strom Thurmond. So big win for the Rebels there. It spoiled the home opener for North Augusta.
Now, did any of you guys in the Aiken Standard pick that?
I do believe that one smart young man picked that game.
And who might that be?
That might be me.
You know, you did pick Strom. You only picked it 30-27.
Hey.
It doesn't matter. He picked the winner.
Yes.
I thought you'd lost your mind when I saw that. That's excellent. That'll get you some maybe pick up a little bit on Kyle and Larry.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Yeah, it's good. Now, this was a great game. That sounded like a great game. And it's an exciting time, high school football in the area.
Yes, indeed. Very much enjoyable tonight.
All right, Eric. Well, we appreciate your efforts on the sidelines. Thanks for getting those interviews. That's going to do it for tonight's game. Final score, South Aiken 48, Spring Valley 42. For Kimber. Hey, Eric, you still there?
Yeah.
Where are we going to be next week?
Actually, I need to let the people know that we will be off next week. There will be no game.
That's right. I knew that.
We'll be showing this game again. That's a good idea. I think you should do that.
We may have a rebroadcast of this one for everybody, and you'll be glad to get to watch it, I'm sure. Well, and we'll be at Silver Bluff in 2 weeks. Yes. So we haven't seen Silver Bluff this year. We look forward to that. They were winning the last time we heard. Did we hear a final on that one?
Yes, I do not have a final yet, but they were up at the end of the third.
At the end of the third, they were leading, so we look forward to that. But for Eric on the sidelines, for Coach Brace up here in the booth with me, for our director, James Grigsby, I'm Ed Gerardo. Thank you for joining us for the Jim Satcher Motors Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Good night.
We give very good deals. We don't have the overhead and the dock fees and all the junk that all the newer, fancier dealers do. So people like that hometown atmosphere, and it works for us. And so we continue to do what works for us. And so we just like to keep it plain and simple. You come see us, you'll be glad you did.
Weekends are for resting, relaxing, and recharging your batteries. A good weekend can also give you the time to catch up on business you couldn't get to during the week. For Security Federal Bank customers, that means banking business. What does 7-day banking mean to your banker? More importantly, what does it mean to you? At Security Federal Bank, being open 7 days a week means just that. That's why our Southside branch on Whiskey Road in front of Target is open for business every day, even Saturday and Sunday. We're proud to be the only bank to be open 7 days a week in Aiken County.
Since 1970, Bragg Heating Company has been keeping Aiken and the surrounding communities comfortable. Our factory-trained staff can keep you on top of the latest in heating and cooling technology, and our complete metal shop allows us to make any specialty piece your home may need. We recommend the best systems for your home: Trane, Carrier, Mitsubishi ductless, and Bosch geothermal systems. We accept most major credit cards and offer financing, so when you need your system maintained, repaired, or replaced, call Bragg Heating Company. We're here to make you comfortable.
Were you hurt on the job? Are you trying to keep your work comp payments? Do you feel like no one is listening? Your employer, the company doctor, the insurance company? Well, we're listening. Our workers' compensation team has helped hundreds of injured South Carolinians. Call us now and let us listen to you. For a free consultation, call 803-644-5335 or visit thechandlerlawfirm.com.
You can count on Chandler.
Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, founded in 1963, family owned and operated for 50 years and dedicated to customer service with safety of your family, our top priority. Tyler's Tire is a full-service tire retail, tire repair, and automotive repair facility with ASC certified mechanics. Located in 2 locations, 1019 Richland Avenue West and 1518 Whiskey Road. Let our family take care of yours. Tyler's Tire and Auto Center.
You've heard of 6 degrees of separation? In Aiken, it's more like 1 or 2. It's a rare day that I don't go to a grocery store and see a former patient, their mother or father, or son or daughter. That's the nature of practicing medicine in a relatively small town, especially emergency medicine. But that's exactly what got me into practicing medicine in the first place, making that personal connection and helping people I know.
People you know, healthcare you trust. Aiken Regional Medical Centers.
Late for work or school again? Autotech can get your car or truck running smoothly in no time. Whether late model or classic, domestic or import, Autotech can get the hums and hisses out of your vehicle. Their state-of-the-art computer diagnostics can identify your problem and get you on your way. Bring your automobile today to 460 Silver Bluff Road across from Hitchcock Plaza. Autotech, mechanics you can trust with your family's safety.
You can smile.
I love to smile.
I was so pleased that I could get all of my dentistry work done in just one visit.
You can smile.
Painless. That's how I would describe it.
Here at the Center for Dentistry, it has been a wonderful experience. With the comprehensive nature of this office, this one office, I can bring my family here and we can have it all done at one place.
You can smile.
Center for Dentistry, 1391 Silver Bluff Road, Aiken.
At Specs Vision Center, we are focused on total eye care. Be it our large selection of designer frames, latest and contact lenses, or our great sunglass collection, we have just what you are looking for. Our doctors offer years of experience and use the latest technology to ensure a comprehensive eye examination. Late afternoon and Saturday appointments are available, so if you want the best in eye care, call Specs today at 642-9902.
Unique Expressions in the Mitchell Shopping Center is a treasure chest of gifts for all occasions. The collegiate collection is second to none. South Carolina, Clemson, Georgia, ACC or SEC. Support your favorite school. From clothing to mailboxes to tailgating items, Unique Expressions has them all. Handbags by Spartina and the Vera Bradley collection, and a U.S. Post Office on site for your mailing convenience. Stop in today at Unique Expressions, 1521 Whiskey Road.
Choosing a physician you can trust with your family's health is an important decision. University Medical Associates has been dedicated to your health care for over 20 years, and Dr. Humans and his staff are ready to provide the quality care you and your family deserve. With short wait times, walk-ins and same-day appointments, an in-house lab by Quest Diagnostics, and 24-hour turnaround on sports physicals, it's no wonder Dr. Humans was selected Best Family Doctor in Aiken's Choice 2015. Come see us today, 934 Doherty Road in Aiken.
You finally found your dream home, but it needs a few tweaks. New windows, vinyl siding, maybe a sunroom. Who do you call to do the job right? Since 1963, Bates & Sons has been proud to offer quality products for your home, installed with unsurpassed workmanship. Check out our latest jobs on Facebook, and you could win one of our monthly giveaways. Visit our showroom on Vaucluse Road or call 803-648-3581.
Half lemonade, half ice cream. Frosted lemonade, starting at 240 calories.